Hello, everybody. Everybody. Well, there's no phone. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing okay? I want to shout out to some of my peeps coming in. Memphis Mama, Denise, Nikita Marie, Lily Lou, Fonda Cheeseman, Julianne, Walk the Line, Kathy S, Laura P, BJ Gang, Memphis Mama, River Mom, Kathy S, Sammy, Laura P. I want to say thank you to Nikita for sending me the cash app on the last live. I did not notice it until I got off the live. Thank you so much, Nikita. Hello, Tams, Sammy, Believe. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. We're just going to talk about random stuff tonight. Flies on the coastlaw. Flying in to show you some love. Tina Bobina. Have a blessed night too, Flies on the coastlaw. Y'all, I've been working. Hola, diamonds. Hola. Y'all, I've been working a lot. And I've been staying tired, and that's why I've not been on a live. I went on Jinky's live the other day. It was boring. But I've just decided that me and Jinky's just ain't gonna work things out until she takes accountability for everything that's happened. I just don't think it's gonna work out. Hello, Dustin. How are you, Dustin? I ain't seen you in forever. Dustin, what do you think about that new video that came out about the Delphi? Hola, my beautiful diamonds. So I just told her she was toxic to me, and I blocked her. I just can't no more, y'all. It's too much. Something. What have you been up to? Hang on, let me put my YouTube did something different with this thing. I'll put my link out if anybody wants to come up and hang out. But I can't do it no more. Hey, Lucky Charms. I've tried, and she continues to just want to bring up stuff that happened in the past and make excuses, and I just can't do it anymore. Hey, Debbie Nelson. Y'all, I need y'all to pray for Christine. I really need y'all to pray for Christine. She's got a lot going on. When I talked to her today, she was going to the hospital. She's got things happening with her nerves, and I'm really worried about her. And if y'all can, please say a prayer for her, because something's happened. Something happened with that chemotherapy or that radiation that ain't good. What's up, Dustin? Wait, let me fix this. Well, heck, how am I going to get that? How do I get that even like it used to be? What's up, Dustin?
Nothing.
Hey, Yin Yang, how are you? What you been up to, Dustin?
Well, enjoying my retirement. But
You retired?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not doing.
good.
I'm not reporting no more. I'm done. I gave it up.
Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit.
Well, Daisy, I never got to see my kid. I was gone all the time. I was always doing this and that, and I was traveling, and I'd be gone 6 to a year, and God knows what country. And I missed her birthdays, missed anniversaries, missed deaths. I miss everything, and I've done
Mm.
it for 25 years. So I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Well, I'm glad that you are finally retirement. I went out of retirement. I'm back out on the workforce again myself.
I
So
mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I got to see places, got to experience things nobody else haven't. But I saw things
mhm,
that I wish to God people never got to, would never ever be able to see.
yeah.
I've seen bad stuff. I've seen good stuff. I've seen horrible stuff. I've seen stuff that
Mhm.
would make you cry. That'd be like, oh my God, wow.
You've seen stuff you don't want to see. Oh, thank you,
I've seen
Diamond. Miss Daisy, these streets are on fire tonight. We missed you. Prayers for our Christine. Prayers and love to my foreign family. Thank you. I looked and they ain't nobody online tonight, Diamonds. I missed you. Thank you for that super
Well,
chat.
have you seen
Thank
the new
you.
video of the Delphi girls? Have you seen it?
I did. It's creepy as all get out. Thank
Yeah.
you, Diamonds. What do you think about it? Did you already have seen it
I
before?
seen it. And honestly, it's weird because when it did happen, the day, 2 days after they cleaned up the crime scene, when we went down there, I went across the bridge, and
Uh-huh.
it's weird because it looked the same. Nothing was really touched on the other side of the bridge. It
Uh-huh.
was weird, and
Ain't it
the only
weird?
reason they're releasing it, well, there's another thing coming out. So they released a video, and then the court transcripts will be out in probably another 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh.
My honest opinion, Rich and Allen did not do it.
You don't think Richard Allen did it?
There's
But
no
he
way he could
was
have.
so close to them though.
The
That
thing
was
is,
him that
well,
said
the
guys
thing
down
is,
the hill.
AC, there's three things. There's four things that will say he didn't do it. Number one, if he
Mhm.
did it, why didn't they arrest him sooner than later? Number two,
Right.
all the when Richard Ives, the ex prosecutor, state's prosecutor, he even said on a live news cast with
Mhm.
Indianapolis news station, he said the crime scene was weird and it was strange and nothing like he ever seen before. And number three,
Mhm.
he said when everything comes out, when the
Mhm.
person's arrested, you realize it's not somebody local.
But he had to be the one to say guys down the
He,
hill. He
and while
was.
now they're pointing the finger at what's his
But
name on the land, Ronald Logan.
the
They're
one that
pointing the
died.
finger, yeah, the one who owned
But
the land. They're pointing the finger at him now because the FBI was
uh-huh.
originally after Logan. They
Mhm.
said, Daisy, when they did the search warrant, probably about 3, 4 weeks after the girls died,
Mhm.
they did a search warrant. The FBI, state police did, and there's an
Uh-huh.
FBI agent stated in her affidavit saying that yes, I believe Richard Ronald Logan is the actual murder suspect because he fits the person. He has all the clothes and everything, and it's on his property. That's what gave it away, and that's what a lot of people think. A lot of people in Delphi think Richard Allen's innocent. They say, how could he have done it? He was right there for 7 years, Daisy. 7 years, he was
Yeah.
right there. If I killed some girls like that the way they were killed, I would
Mhm.
not be in Delphi. I'd be freaking out of there in a heartbeat. Bye, see ya. You're not seeing me. I'm leaving. See ya.
But didn't they already like convict him of it though?
128 years in prison.
128. So yeah, they convicted him of it.
But the state said they had DNA evidence. They never showed it in court. And you,
Oh.
a lot of the evidence the state's attorney said they had, Daisy, they never showed it in court. I was there when they had the court. They let the people in. They let the news people in, but you can't take nothing in, no video, no phone, no nothing. Eric, you have to be
Oh wow.
you basically cannot bring nothing in but the clothes on your back. And the thing is what really happened is the state's attorney didn't really show all the evidence. Okay, so listen to this. You're good at this, Daisy, so I want your opinion, okay?
Okay.
All right. So there's 4 witnesses. Okay, so we'll go with witness number 1. Witness number 1 was a man and woman who was on the Freedom Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the interstate over onto the property leading to the Monon High Bridge. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend and girlfriend was there, Daisy, and the police interviewed them. They said, "Quote: We saw a man who was wearing a blue jacket, blue jeans, had a scarf over his face. He
Uh-huh.
came up
That's
to he
weird.
came up to us," they said, "and he wanted money. I told him to get the hell out of the way. He kept bugging us and bugging us. I told him if he didn't leave, I would beat him up."
They said
Okay,
he wanted money.
yeah.
Look how close he is to those girls, though, in that video right there.
Pause it. Pause it right there.
Exit
Go
Siri.
back. Pause it right there.
Okay, I found this on the web for they said he.
Ah.
Are you there?
Now I need you to go back and pause it for a minute
Okay, hang on.
after this is over. And you notice that there's shadows. It's only Abby and Libby's shadow in the video, Daisy.
No, but still, you can see Richard Allen in the back.
You can, but from where he was to where the
Uh-huh.
girls were, keep going, keep going.
Look how close.
Right there, stop.
Okay.
Right there. Now see where he's at. Now there's Abby.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then if you go and you freeze it where he's walking, now stop right there. Now look where he's at compared to where she's at.
That's
Okay.
pretty close.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He is probably 20 feet away from her at least, and that's the truth. Because we timed it from where the original picture, or the 2-second video they released of him just walking where he was at. We timed it from where he is at now, which is on the last platform, to the end of the actual spot where Libby is right there filming, is exactly 45 feet. Where Abby is probably around 20, maybe 15 feet.
Yeah, but they stood there and waited on him.
And that's the thing. Okay, so anyways, let's go back. The witnesses are going to play into it. So the first witness was a boyfriend and girlfriend, said the guy wanted money, right?
Yeah.
They said, okay, he was 20-some years old, and he had curly brown hair. And he was probably 130 pounds. And or he was 5'6" or maybe 5'8". Second witnesses was a teenage girl, who says she saw a man going back and forth to probably about the middle part of where you go to the bridge and coming back. And she said he was in his 20s. So 3 witnesses said that the man was in their 20s, curly brown hair, 120 pounds or so, and probably maybe 20, 30 years old. The fourth witness was a lady who said that she was driving by, saw a man coming out of the woods that was muddy or bloody, and he was probably in his 40s or 50s, had a duckbill hat on and a goatee. And I'm going, how the hell could you see it? Because she finally came back during when she testified. She argued with the defense. They said, well, how fast was you going? She said 30 miles an hour, 40. They said, how the hell could you see somebody? How can you know exactly what he looked like? Well, I just know I did. Well, how do you know that? Well, I saw him.
Wow.
How could you see him? What exactly was he wearing? Well, then she changed the story.
But see, this is what I think. Richard Allen, he only has a daughter. He doesn't have any other children, does he?
One kid, a daughter.
A daughter.
Yep.
But let's see.
In Yin Yang, yes, Ronald Logan does have grandkids, and yes, he has a son, and yes, he does have a daughter. And they all are living in his house.
Sounds good, Diamonds. The thing is that's definitely an older man that's following them. That ain't no younger person.
Exactly. But why would the other 3 witnesses, Daisy, out of 4, say that the man was young and maybe 20 to 30, 120 pounds, maybe 130, 5'6", 5'8" pounds, curly brown hair? Why would they say that then? But that guy does look older, don't he? He does kind of look older the way he's walking.
I think that maybe there might have been somebody else there. I'm not sure.
If you watch Libby, and she has her phone on the ground, you only see one shadow, and that's her shadow. If you play it slow,
Yeah.
if you play this video slow, you will see only one shadow when she's having her phone on the ground, and you can see it plain as day. See, look, and you watch, you see her shoes. Watch, you only see her shoes.
You see, yeah, you do see a shadow of her
Yeah.
walking.
Now watch down the bottom. You see her shoes. See where her shoes are.
Uh huh.
Now see, and you only see her shadow there. There's nobody
Yeah.
else's shadow.
Yeah, right there. There
Yeah.
goes.
Now
That
keep on.
goes.
Now stop
Libby.
right there. Stop.
Oh wait, hang on. Okay.
Stop.
So that, yeah, that was
Now
Libby.
see right there's Abby.
Yeah, that was Abby's feet, and then Libby walked by. Right.
Yeah, and Libby, Abby
That's
walked by, and
Abby.
then Libby was walking, so you saw both of their feet.
Okay,
Now, if
now
you
let's see.
go back one,
Go
go back
back.
just a little bit, go back just a little bit, not very far. Go back a little bit. Right. Keep going. Right there. Stop. Right there. Right there. Go forward. Forward, Daisy.
Forward. Okay.
Forward.
There.
All right. I'm going to tell you when to stop it. Keep going. I'm going to tell you when to stop it.
Okay, because I think you might be just a
Right there.
little.
Stop. Now look. Right there's Libby. See her phone? No, go. No, stop it. Go back.
Wait, I think you're running a little bit. Oh, but let me take this down. Hang on. Let me take this down. I think you're running a little bit uh ahead of me or behind me. Do you want me to go back to where? Okay, right there.
Go back.
Okay, I think he wants me right
Right there.
there.
Right there.
Okay, okay.
All right. Now play it.
Now play it in the slow mode.
Yeah. Play it slow. I'll tell
Okay,
you when to stop it.
okay.
Now you see where he's at. That's a pretty good distance.
Yeah.
Now keep going. I'm going to tell you when. All right, stop.
Oh,
Go back. Go back.
okay. Go back to her foot.
Yeah, go back where her shadow was.
Is that it?
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Now see her shadow?
Let me go back. Let's.
No, you're good. Right there. Now, you're good. Now see where he's at?
Yeah, I see where he is.
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you when to stop it. Now stop. Now see, that's Libby right there.
That's Libby. Yeah.
That's Libby. Now you don't see no other shadow, do you?
No, no, because they're still walking towards. Libby is still walk. That's Abby there. She's
That's
filming.
no Libby. Libby was filming. Abby's on the bridge. Libby's
Oh,
the big one. So when they came
oh.
out and said about how the girls were killed,
Uh huh.
Abby had her throat slit, which is the one on the bridge. She had her throat cut.
Oh.
Libby had multiple knife wounds on her. But here's the thing: Abby was wearing Libby's clothes and two sets of bras. Abby's. So Abby was wearing her bra and Libby's bra and
Uh-huh.
was wearing Libby's clothes. And Abby's clothes were found in the creek. Okay.
I know. I
Then,
remember you showed me that.
okay. And then Libby was covered up with branches and leaves. Abby was left out exposed.
Wow.
So you see Libby's feet. Look at her feet on the bottom.
Uh huh. See
You
the
see, now
shadow?
watch. You can see, yeah, you see her feet.
Yeah.
Those Nike shoes were found down that hill about halfway. Her shoes
I
were found.
remember. I
Yeah,
remember you brought me to that website
yeah.
where it was.
Well, why was Libby naked and why was Abby wearing Libby's clothes?
I don't know. That's so weird.
But
And
Abby was not covered up in no leaves or nothing, Daisy. And Libby was covered up with leaves and tree branches.
was the girls essayed?
No sexual assault. There was nothing done to them nasty or nothing. They
Then
were
why?
they were virgins. They were completely virgins.
So why? Why right there? You catch both of their feet.
Yeah, so you see the shadow up there. There's Libby's
Uh
and
huh.
Abby. Yep.
There's Abby.
So why did
So
they wait? That's
why
what I'm
did
saying.
they?
Why did the girls wait And why didn't they go down the hill? Because you hear Libby talking in the video about, okay,
Mhm.
this was the pathway to go down.
I think they got nervous. I think they knew he was behind them, and I don't have the sound on, but I think they got nervous.
Play the whole thing with the sound on and let people watch it.
Mm.
Do you want me to slow it down or
No,
regular?
play it regular.
Okay,
Let the people in the chat watch it with the sound on and everything.
okay, let me put it back onto normal. Okay, here we go.
See, this is the path that we go down. There's no path going there, so we have to go down here. Hi.
Why in the world did she turn it off? I don't get that. I don't get why did she turn it off?
I don't know. I really don't know. The only thing I could tell you, Daisy, is that either they knew the guy, or you might be right. They may have been just scared. They could have been scared.
Yeah. I think they were. I think they were. Just by I think Abby knew something was up, or not Abby, but Libby that was filming.
Yeah.
Because why else would she have filmed it? That
Well,
guy
here's the
falling.
thing I don't understand is that why didn't the girls go down the hill? That hill is not very steep. It's
Yeah.
not. You can go down it, Daisy, and you'll be fine. An 80,
Uh-huh.
90-year-old man and woman can go down it and be fine.
Right. Yeah, I
Now,
seen a video of them.
Now,
Huh?
here's the thing: the guy that owned it was Brad Weber. There was a van park. They say the rumor was when it was going on, all this going on, that there was a van parked at the bottom of the bridge. Right? That was
Uh-huh.
never true. Brad Weber said he got up at 4 o'clock. The coroner said the girls died between 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
Okay. But like I said, nothing nasty
Wow.
was done to them. They were completely virgins. They were okay. It's just that Abby had her throat slit. She
Mhm.
died maybe 5 or 10 minutes after Libby did because it looked like the coroner said it looks like Libby fought
Uh-huh.
the killer and Abby didn't. They really don't know.
So
And,
if they died between 1 and 3 o'clock,
yep.
that means right after this happened.
Right after this happened is that when they went down the hill and crossed the river, about 20 minutes after this video was taken, the girls died.
Wow.
Yep.
So
This
he
was
was
literally the last video on the face of the earth of Abby and Libby alive.
alive.
Yes. Yep.
So it had to be this person right here behind them.
That's who it was because this is a
Yeah.
dead end. You can't go, but there's a path. If you watch
Mhm.
towards the middle of the video of
Uh-huh.
Libby, she turns towards. There's a path that goes into Brad Weber's property. They
Uh-huh.
could have went over there and started screaming, and his house is literally right there, and
I
somebody would have heard him.
I really believe they were shocked and scared. You think he had a
No,
good
it wasn't shot. There was no bullets. They were cut. They were cut by a knife. They both had their
no.
throats slit.
Okay, so this is what I say about shocked. Shocked. When I was 5, I was taken. Like I was walking behind my grandma, and a man come behind me, put his hand over my mouth, and put me drug me into a building. I remember being so shocked that I didn't even know what to do. Like I could have screamed, but I didn't. It happened so fast that I didn't even think to scream. Does that make sense to you, Dustin?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Yep, I'm here.
So I think they were in so much shock and scared that they were. How did he do them both together? He had some kind of control over those girls somehow. They were definitely scared.
The Abby.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. So Abby, they said either says, "Hey." he has a gun, or who is that?
Really?
They don't know exactly what she says at the beginning of the video.
Oh.
Nobody knows.
Abby was not Abby, but Libby was definitely scared and uneasy. I
Libby
felt that.
wasn't really. It was Abby. Abby's on the bridge.
Yeah, Abby's on the bridge, so
Yeah.
she must have seen something.
She knew he was behind her.
She,
She
she
looked.
took
She
off
looked
running.
behind her. She saw him. She knew he was behind her.
Yeah, but I think he was much closer than what I thought he was. That from them, like he was
He
only
is
just.
at least from that platform to where Libby's at right now is at least about 40 feet. Where Abby is right there exactly is probably about 15, 20 feet maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a good distance. And I've been on that bridge. You really have to watch where you're walking, Daisy. If you don't, you
Uh-huh.
will fall to your death. You
I
literally will
remember you
fall and
telling
die.
me that.
Yes.
I
So
remember
he had
that.
to know the bridge. He had to know the area. Why would he take him to Ron Logan's property? He had to know that area. He had to know where to take the girls.
He's been
It's
that.
like this.
Yep.
When I was doing my reporting and I was trying to help I help the police in different ways too, right? And so what I would try to help him, I put my mindset with a killer. Okay, if
Uh-huh.
I was a killer, how would I kill this person? And that's how I would help out with the police and stuff in different countries. Is they'll
Mm-hmm.
come to me and say, okay, Dustin, you know what you're doing. How can you help us with this killer? I said, put your mindset with the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what everything's been presented to you. Look at everything. All
Mm-hmm.
that. And put your mindset. I know it sounds sometimes you have to put yourself with a rapist or a child offender or something, but if you
Yeah.
do, it can help you solve the case and can help you put them in jail or prison. Because you have to think like it. Some people are like, oh my God, that's perverted or mean. It is in a way, but you have to in
But
order
you,
to try to solve the case.
yeah, and I mean, think like a criminal in a way too. Tree said he can walk faster because he's familiar with the bridge.
Yes,
Abby's
that's
first
right.
came across and
Yeah.
scared slow. Yeah, he's very familiar with that bridge.
So
He's
that's the
familiar
thing.
with that area. That's why he said guys down the hill.
And see, it's like, how can I put this? It's like he knew the bridge. He knew how he's walking. Because if you look at Abby, she's kind of tiptoeing a little bit, right? If you
Hmm.
watch her, you watch him in the back, he's walking, boy. I mean, he's hustling. He's
Yeah,
trying
he's trying
to,
to catch up with them.
yeah, he's trying to catch up. He's
Hmm.
watching. He knows where to step and no. If you look at Abby, she's kind of slowly going while he's trying to pick up the pace.
Right,
So
Melanie.
he's picking up the pace to try and
Uh-huh.
catch up with Abby. Abby's trying to
Uh-huh.
get off the bridge away from him.
All them girls would have had to do is run. That I'm
That,
sure
or
Abby could
yeah,
outrun him.
there's a path that leads to Brad Weber's property, which is right there, literally behind Libby. I mean, literally, it's right behind Libby.
I wonder
There's a
if
path.
either I wonder if either one of them girls even knew where they were going. I wonder what made them want to go.
It was nice that day, and all the kids were out
Hey,
there.
Miss Mayor.
But the
That's
thing is, they said, and a lot of witnesses even said they never heard nobody screaming at all.
wow.
No, nobody. So the coroner said what happened is they think that the guy knocked out Libby first, knocked her out
Hmm.
cold, okay, and then basically just grabbed Abby's head, bend it back, and slit her throat real fast, but deep. She had
But
about
how
3 inch
was there
gash.
not no blood? That's what
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
they bled out really good. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You
They
said
lost
there
a
wasn't no
lot.
blood on the scene.
No, there wasn't, but they did bleed. Yes, they did.
Uh, Debbie said, Dustin, was there any DNA found anywhere on the girls at the
Yes,
scene? Hey,
yes.
Margaret,
Underneath their nails and on their hands. Yes.
did it match Richard Allen?
They never took Richard Allen's DNA. No,
Why?
I don't know, but they never did.
It does, don't it? It looks like the old trestle. That's what I was thinking of too, Margaret.
That's what that is. It's old train trestle. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's old train tracks.
Yeah, we got those in Harlan.
But
It
the
creeped me out.
thing is that they took the DNA from the girls. They did have DNA. They did find it underneath both girls' fingernails and on their hands, and they found it on Libby's body
But
and
why
stuff.
wouldn't they test Richard Allen for the DNA?
That's what the
You know,
defense said. The defense said there was so much evidence that was not shown in court, and they were trying to protest it, but the judge wouldn't let them. So now
uh-huh.
they're appealing. They are appealing it.
Wow.
I think he'll get off
You
because let me
think
tell
that's
you
gonna
something,
happen,
DC.
Mr. T?
The,
Wow.
okay, the 25 years I've done this,
Uh-huh.
25 years, this is the second case that involved kids I've ever seen like this.
This is a creepy
I've
case.
seen some very nasty crime scenes of kids I had to help with,
Uh-huh.
solve, and I had to be involved with.
Yeah.
But this one was really odd because I'm like, okay, number one, nothing nasty was done to them. They were perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Nothing.
But
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Number
did he
two,
just want to kill him?
the guy was, I think he was in a hurry. I think he either got spooked or he was taking his time, but he got in a hurry and was like, oh crap, I hear somebody or something. And he got just scared. And he was like, the hell with it. I'm done. I'm getting out of here.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, why was Libby butt naked? And Abby was wearing Libby's bra and her bra and Libby's clothes. And then Abby's clothes were thrown in the creek. Answer that, Daisy. You're pretty good at solving
Wow.
stuff. What do you think?
I think I don't know. Like he just wanted to kill him. He had an urge to unalive him. Hey, Zigzag. Um,
I'll be honest with you. I don't think he was just after to kill him. I think he
uh-huh.
had to. So Libby's dad,
Hey,
David,
Rhonda Lee.
um, was a big time drug dealer and druggie in around Delphi and Lafayette, Indiana. Because Delphi is like an hour or so from Lafayette. And so he snitched on some really, really, really bad people to save his own butt.
Oh, you think
Yes,
they
it
set
had to
him
do
up?
with it. Well, it had to do with a lot of meth and a lot of heroin.
I just wonder if it wasn't a part of that Odinism and that the reason
Uh,
why there was not that much blood is
there
because it
was a
was
bloody handprint
ritual.
on the tree.
I seen that, but if there wasn't that much blood, where did all their blood go? Because when you cut them carotid arteries in the neck, hey
Yeah.
Raindrop Lost,
Okay,
how are
so
you?
here's okay. You're a nurse, so here's what they did.
Uh-huh.
Abby's wounds were one cut from ear to ear, 3 inches deep in the neck.
Yeah, that would definitely do the carotid arteries, both of them.
Okay, Libby had 14 stab wounds in her hands, arms, 2 inches deep, and she
Wow.
had a cut in her throat, 3 inches deep from ear to ear. That's a
Wow.
quote from the coroner. That is a quote from the coroner.
There had to be massive blood loss. Cinderman said he was going to tape them, but he seen the white vehicle and got scared, so he quickly killed them and got out of there. He was going to tape them? Did he
Brad
was he
Weber didn't get off work till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
And they found that Libby, I'm sorry, he is right. Libby did was duct tape. She had her hands duct tape and legs duct
Mhm.
tape. Abby
Hey,
did not
Ranger.
have no legs or arms duct tape or nothing.
So if there was like you said, the throats were, slit,
Slit, yeah.
um, then where did the blood go?
I don't know because 2 days after they released the crime scene to the
Uh,
public, we went down there. There was no blood on the tree, no blood on the ground. You could tell where the girls were laying. You could tell, you
do
know.
you think that they were unalived in the river and that's where all the blood went?
He couldn't have hurt them in the river because
Well, see, it makes
they
sense.
wasn't wet. They was not wet.
Oh,
They
they
said.
weren't?
No, the
Where?
coroner said there was no evidence of water on them.
Wow. But their shoe and their underwear were found in the river.
Abby, the one on the bridge, her
Uh,
clothes were found in the creek. Abby on the bridge was wearing Libby's clothes and bra.
wow. So how did they do that?
unless the killer had him had her put Libby's clothes on for some odd reason.
Oh,
Not something nobody
he was
can figure
going
out.
to
Is,
do that.
well, it's like nobody can't figure out, Daisy, why a killer of all people would tell Abby that's on the bridge there in the pink shirt, take her clothes off.
Yeah.
But Libby, the one that's filming the video here, Libby, why would a killer tell Abby with the pink shirt, take your clothes off, put Libby's clothes on, the one that's filming the video, and then take your clothes and throw them in the creek? Why would you want to do that?
He's weird.
I mean, that makes no sense, does it?
No, I don't think this was his first time unaliving somebody. I think this is not his first time.
The cuts were
Thank you, Nora Woods. Thank you for being a member for 30 months. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much.
They said that this Libby's cut. I got the report. So the coroner said that Libby was cut ear to ear, a 3-inch wound in her neck from ear to ear, but it was zigzagged up and down into corner of the chin down to the where the Adam's apple would be, and then back to the ear.
Wow. So those carotids, they had to have got those carotid. Yeah, I wonder how Rita is. Anybody here from Rita? But yeah, they had to have bled out a lot.
Rich Allen has a website where you can find a lot of stuff on.
You know what? I just don't believe that this is Richard's first rodeo.
I don't think it's Richard Allen because nothing points to Richard Allen.
You don't think it's Richard?
The only reason why I don't think it is because, number one, Richard Allen did not know that area, I believe. But here's another thing. Richard Allen told a game warden, I was on the bridge at 3 o'clock. I was at the bridge watching the fish, which makes no sense. And then he said I was watching a stock ticker on my phone as well. But the girls said but the witnesses, Daisy, none of the witnesses, not all 4 witnesses ever said in court, hey, it was Richard Allen. That is the killer. That is what he looks like. Have
you ever listened to the audio of Richard Allen? He sounds just like that voice.
Yeah, but also does Ronald Logan too.
See, I've never listened to Ron Logan.
Yeah. Ron Logan has an interview where he was being interviewed by the police. Look it up. He's on there.
And you think he sounds like that girls down the hill?
Pull up the interview with the news.
Do what now?
Pull up the video with Ron Logan being interviewed by the news people.
Okay, let me see.
Just type in Delphi murders and you'll pull it. It'll show it on there.
Delphi
murders.
Oh, hang on. Murders.
And then just type that in, hit enter. It'll pull them up. You'll see one with Ron Logan.
Okay. Did they interrogate him?
Nope. They did not interview him. No, the state police did
interrogate him. You mean?
But they found out that he violated his probation. And that was really about it. He served maybe 6 months in jail and about a year home arrest, and that was it. And then in 2022, he died of COVID.
Yeah, he died, didn't he? So if it was him, it was. Let's go to the part where they interview Ron Logan. I think this is the part where they interview Ron.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. Sorry.
Okay. Really wrap my emotions around it. It's just so mind-boggling. I haven't really caught up. It hasn't caught up with me yet.
I wish they'd make him say guys down the hill.
Up and down the hills, across that bank, now circled with crime tape.
Go back. Let's see what he says.
Tragic.
I can't really wrap my emotions around it yet. It's just so mind-boggling. I haven't really caught up. It hasn't caught up with me yet.
Up and down the hills.
Here's another one of him talking. Hang on.
Won't come back home.
He and his friends grieved for the victims, Liberty German and Abigail Williams, both 13.
That's why we come back. He goes, I want to show you what it looks like. You couldn't carry someone up and down these hills, or it's hard to walk by yourself.
Was that him, Dustin?
No, that was him. That was his friend.
Oh,
We've been able to identify almost everybody else that's been on that trail, and this gentleman has not been identified, and we want to know what he saw, what he might have seen on the trail. Did he see somebody else?
he's definitely the killer, whoever this guy is.
That's an enhanced like picture of him,
Uh-huh.
but it's not really like you can't really tell who it is really.
I mean,
It's like
Richard Allen's pretty creepy, though.
yeah, but this guy don't have goatee like Richard Allen does.
Mm.
Now stop, pause this.
Okay, hang on. Let me,
Go back and I'll show you where the crime was. The crime actually where the girls were. Yeah, stop right there.
okay.
Go back right there. Stop. Now pause it.
Okay.
Right between in the middle there. Go right over right there. That's where the girls were. Right between those two trees.
These?
No, over.
These?
Right there between that one and the other one. Between the right there and those right there. That's where they go straight back in there about halfway, straight that way. That's where they were, right there where your cursor is. Yep, right there.
Right there by the river?
Yep, that's exactly where they laid.
Wow. And there wasn't a whole lot of blood there?
No, because we stood where this camera is. We stood there and watched them do the crime scene. Yeah, we watched them.
Wow.
And there was no blood. We didn't see no blood.
The girl still there when you were there?
Yeah, I saw him. I could see him from where the crime scene tape is. Yeah.
Wow.
You could see him and everything.
Wow.
See him laying there and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Well, this must have been taken after they got the girls out of
It
there.
was after, it was when they released it to the public. So when this video was shot, we were already there, but we were down more by the creek bed. We were down by the bed of the creek, so you couldn't see us. If you look, you might be able to see my head pop up for a minute.
Uh-huh.
That's about it, yeah.
So was there blood around the riverbank where they were?
No, but you could see where their shoe prints were, all four of them. Well, three of them, the girls and the killer. You could see where they went up the creek bank. Yeah, you could see the footprints.
I wonder if a pair of boots of Richard matched.
Debbie said, "Do I think Richard Allen was a scapegoat?" That's what a lot of people are saying, that he is a actual scapegoat. They think he might have been somebody's little puppet, and that they just blamed it on him. But what people are saying is, Daisy, is that with everything going to Richard Allen, nothing really makes sense.
Right.
You know, they said, okay, well, what about Richard Allen? You know, he could have killed him. He could have killed him, but Daisy, the way that man was walking in that video, there was no way Richard Allen could have caught up with him as short and stubby he is.
I don't know.
I'm sure. I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6", 210. I mean, it took me from where the killer was in the video, it took me 25 minutes to make it from there to the end of the bridge. And I was watching where I was going.
That's a pretty long trail, though, ain't it? That one
bridge,
guy walked it one time.
From end to end of the bridge, if you don't know how to walk it, it'll take you about an hour.
Wow,
if you know how to walk it, it could. There was a buddy that was with me, a guy that lived there. He knew the bridge really well, and it took him 35 minutes from end to end.
Hey, White Widow, baby! Wow.
So, my honest opinion, I do not think Rich Allen did, because the evidence don't point to him, though, Daisy. I mean,
after all this time, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think okay, so the FBI pointed the finger at Ron Logan because they say he fits the description of the killer. They did a voice analyst on Ron Logan. They said Ron Logan could have been the killer because he had the blue jacket there. He had the jeans. Okay, he was wearing hiking boots. He had hiking boots. He had a duckbill hat as well. He had the same brown scarf and everything in his house. everything, just like the three witnesses described. But the three witnesses said that the killer they saw face to face,
Uh-huh.
they saw the killer face to face, said he was in between 20 and 30 years old.
No.
When,
Well,
when Logan died, he was 71.
I know that's weird.
So where are they getting this young kid at?
I have no idea. Hey, Gail.
One police detective came out and said, I'll be honest, he said, I think it was something to do with Libby's dad, Derek, snitching on those drug dealers.
What about that one guy that they were supposed to meet that was like
Oh, Keegan.
Keegan, yeah.
Yeah, he's been sentenced to
Do you
probable
think
life.
that it was a possible traffic kidnapping gone wrong?
That's another theory. The cops.
Block, how are you, honey?
We had a source in the police office and the state's prosecutor office, and both of our sources told us that the police and the state prosecutor, before they arrested Allen, before they did, they thought it was probably some kind of sex trafficking. They thought it might have been like an attempt to, and they think that the killer scouted that area really good and saw that kids go there a lot and they hang out there a lot, and they think that, the killer knew somebody that either lived in Delphi and stayed at their house, and they just scouted that area real good for a couple of days or so. They don't really, I mean, they kind of know, but they kind of really don't know. And that's false. Ron Logan he did not pick up a hitchhiker.
I wonder if Keegan Klein didn't set it up. Maybe Richard Allen went there to get the girls, and that I don't know. It's just funny.
Keegan Klein was supposed to meet Abby and Libby that day. They went missing. They were supposed to meet him, thinking he was a young, hot, sexy young man.
Exactly.
Well, Keegan never went because in his message to Abby and Libby, he said, I'm sorry, I cannot make it. Something came up. That was in her text on her, not WhatsApp, but what's the other thing they use? What's the other messenger? It's not WhatsApp. It's, I can't think of it. The teenagers use it all the time. I can't think of it. Anyways, so they think it might have been with that sex ring that Keegan Klein was involved in. It might have been somebody that was involved with that basically saw the chat for some reason and said, oh, okay, there's my next victims. I'll go up there, scout it out, or I'll just go there. Maybe I'll run into them, by chance. Or the cops and the prosecutor did think before they arrested Allen, they thought, okay, there's another option that, like you said, Daisy, there was a sex trafficker who was in Delphi by chance, maybe knew somebody, stayed at their house, and scouted that area for a couple of days. And
Dustin was news, wasn't you, at that time? You were part of the news, wasn't you? That's why you got to be so close to the crime scene.
25 years, I knew a lot of sources. I knew a lot of people in police and FBI. I knew a lot of people in CIA, Washington. I knew a lot of insiders. So, yeah.
Yep. So that's why you got to be so close to the crime scene?
The only reason how I got close to the crime scene was because we snuck down there.
Oh.
Yeah, we snuck down there without anybody really knowing, and we kind of kept a low profile watching.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's a story, and this turned out to be one of the biggest stories out there. I mean, this is a creepy case. I don't care what nobody says. It's creepy.
So the two girls that went missing in Iowa that went missing, just like Abby and Libby, and got killed, it's the same exact way like Abby and Libby died. And we covered that case, and that one has been not solved for 12 years, I think. They haven't even solved it yet.
I wonder.
There's another one called the Florida Fires where three black girls died in a fire. Right, there's a town literally next to Delphi. Three black girls died in a house fire in Florida, right next to Delphi, and they haven't solved that. And it's been 9 years they haven't solved it.
Was the girls actually in the fire? Did they ever find them, or did they die in the fire?
Let's just say yes, and let's just say that you would not want to see it. You wouldn't really want to see them. Let me just put it to you that way.
Well, see, now that all this trafficking stuff has been coming to light, it makes you go, about a lot of things, because a lot of trafficking's been going,
I would
things.
say, to be honest,
Mhm.
I would say two things. I would say three things with Abby and Libby's murder. Number one, I'll say I promise you everything. I've been doing this for a long time. I will guarantee you Alan didn't do it. 100% guarantee it. I will guarantee you that.
Mhm.
Number two, I think you might be on something.
With
I
the organism.
Now with the trafficking, I think you might be on something with the sex trafficking. Maybe
Mhm.
somebody was there, Daisy, for a while in town that did that and scouted the area, and just by chance came upon Abby and Libby by themselves. It could happen. It has been
Or
known to happen.
Keen and Klein had somebody go there to meet them.
Yes, or that could be number three, or let's just say number four for chance it might have been Odinism. You never know.
We'll never know because it's so. It's been going on for years. We just didn't know it. Did you hear that? Where Megan Walsh, John Walsh's daughter, said that Adam wasn't even real,
Oh yeah, I heard that.
that he never existed, that it was all a plot.
Yeah, she's a nut.
You think?
Oh, I know she is. She's a psycho.
Really?
I met his daughter one time. I met her one time.
Mm-hmm.
She was nice, but she just seemed a little off the chain, a little bit like, okay, you a little wacko there, honey.
Was he nice though?
Oh yeah, both of them are nice. Really nice guys. Very, very, very intelligent when it comes to stuff like this. Very smart. Very, very, very smart.
So you don't believe everything she says?
Don't take it. Just take it for a grain of salt and just say, okay, yep, sure, and then just go on. Yeah.
Well,
I tell you a case. I did a case about 20 some years ago.
mhm,
It was my third case I was on. It was a crime of three young girls that went missing up around Canada.
mhm.
And I think it was around Quebec area, outside of Quebec. So we go up there, cold as shit up there. My God, cold. So we're outside freezing
Oh,
our nuts off and stuff, going, okay, what are you doing? Like that. I'm like, oh my God. Cops come up and said, hey, you guys, how long you been out here? And we're saying, okay, a couple hours, blah, blah, blah. They said, have you noticed anything? Maybe we might have missed something. And I said, yeah, there was some footprints over here, blah, blah, blah. And they come back and they say, okay. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what do you think happened? And the cops were like, up there, I'm telling you, gee, I'll be serious with you, Daisy. It's like,
uh-huh.
geez, the cops would be so nice to you, like, well, this is what we think. Okay, now this is what we need your help with. And I'm standing there going, I'm freezing my nuts off. You're telling me you need my help. I'm going, okay. I'm like, what do you want me to help you with? They said, well, you might be able to see stuff we don't see. I'm sitting there looking, I'm going, you're the cops. Why the hell do you need my help?
Right. Well,
And
not
well, the
Cinderman.
dude was young. He was a rookie. So this older guy came and he said, well, what? I told him everything. So 2 days later, they found the three kids. They decide to play hide and seek out in
Mhm.
the woods, and they basically literally froze literally to death. They were dead
Oh,
out
that's
in the woods.
horrible.
They did not find them till 2 weeks later,
Wow.
and the footprints that was there on the scene could have led them directly to the kids, Daisy.
But they didn't know how to search for him.
I guess it was a rookie cop, and I don't know if he knew what he was doing or anything. He didn't tell nobody about him. He didn't say nothing. I'm going, okay, well, don't say nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I was on one over in Italy. There was a guy that shot his family up and took off running,
Mhm.
and we happened to stumble upon him in an alley hiding. Me and my crew. He was literally
Wow.
hiding in the alley, and we hear somebody sneezing. We happen to turn, and this was like 3 o'clock in the morning because they're 11 hours ahead of us in time. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm
Mhm.
looking, going, what the hell is that? Dude stands up with a gun, shoots at us, misses us. We take off running down the street.
Dang.
Yeah, we take off running down the street, screaming like little babies. And we're like, help. And the police come. Hold on, the police come, arrest us for disturbing the peace. And we
Arrest you?
Yes, we did not know how to speak French.
Oh, so you couldn't tell them?
Tell them. I'm sitting there trying to write it out, but I could not write in French.
Oh my goodness.
We're sitting in the jail in Italy, and this guy, I don't know who he was, thank God he spoke English, came and said, hey, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm your lawyer. And we're like, well, we never had a lawyer, but over there, you are automatically appointed a lawyer the minute you get arrested and booked in jail.
Wow. Well, that's
So
good.
he spoke English, and I'm like, okay. And I told him what was going on. So he related to the police. Police go there, find the dude passed out behind a dumpster or something. I don't know. I couldn't understand him at all. He tried to tell me. I'm like, was he found? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, can I go home? Yep. All right, I'm out of here. I'm like,
Lord, that's crazy. You've had some adventures, ain't you?
I've been shot at. I've been stabbed like multiple times. I've had my car almost blown up. I've been ran over almost. I've been chased by people.
Just because you're the news?
Because I do what is called investigating journalism. So I do more than what.
Kind of like what JLR says he does?
Kind of like that. And with I did it like actually in real time. I went there and I would basically go and find the people. I would go and try to find the perpetrators, or if I could find a video recording for the cops or something like that. Or I'll go and try to find people that knew the suspect, really try to get some information out of them, and
wow,
so
that's dangerous.
It was. I mean, I'm trying to think. One time, where was I at? I was in Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. And we was covering a double homicide. And the guy that was shot 2 people, knew we were there. And he knew we were Americans. He came after us, he found out the hotel we stayed in, went up and knocked on the door. Thank God we wasn't there.
Thank God.
We came back that night, and he was waiting for us, got out of his car and started firing a 45 caliber pistol at us.
Oh.
He hit one of my guys in the arm, shot him in the arm.
Oh, wow.
Shot one of my guys almost in the leg. Thank God it ricocheted and just grazed him. And we took off through the hotel, went up in our room, locked the door. Dude tried to bust down the door. He was shooting through the door. We had to go out the back window, down the fire escape. And we basically had to sneak out of there. And we went down the street to another hotel where 2 of our other guys were staying. So we stayed there that night. And so we tried to call the police. Police really wouldn't do nothing. So about maybe 4 weeks later, they finally found the guy. And he was dead, shot to death by somebody. They don't know who shot him. Come to find out, it was one of the guys, his girlfriends, found him. One of the guys, he shot her boyfriend. She found him, shot him, what was it, 12 times, I think, or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I could tell you a lot of stories. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Journalism is scary. That's some scary stuff, Dustin. Why didn't you ever cover JonBenet Ramsey? Was that too early of a case for you, or?
I covered it. It was really nothing there. I mean, it was more like they're going to keep blaming the family. Mm-hmm. They're not going to listen to the media.
Yeah.
And that, I'll be honest, that's like the only case I've ever really tried to get my mind wrapped around. I just couldn't really wrap my mind around it, going, okay, well, you found this. Okay, you found that. Okay, well, this. Okay, well, you got her body. Okay, well, you got autopsy. Okay, the family didn't do it. Okay, but wait a minute, you're saying they did. Well, now you're saying they didn't do it. It's so, confusing.
It is confusing. I do think she was trafficked. I think Megan's telling the truth on that one. I think she was
I'll
very
be honest
trafficked.
with you.
Why else would she pee on herself like she did?
I don't
Why
know.
else? That's a sign right there of abuse.
Here's what I think.
What?
I have been, some things I can't really say and talk about because it's too graphic on here. But I will
Uh-huh.
tell you a part of the case where we had to deal with that trafficking. And let
Uh-huh.
me tell you, when you see the kids have been through that for like 5 or 6 years,
Uh-huh.
it's like, wow, how can somebody do that to young kids?
Right.
Why would they? And number
Exactly.
three, we need to have a law, treat them how they treated those kids. We need to do the same
Oh
to
yeah. Especially P. Diddy, because there's a lot coming out about him and human trafficking.
it's like in Bahamas, if
Uh-huh.
you're caught stealing, they cut your finger off. Two fingers.
Uh-huh.
They do. You caught
Wow.
stealing again, they cut your hand off. Caught stealing the second time, they cut your arm off.
In the Bahamas? Well, did you see that where that young girl went missing, that college student went missing in the Dominican Republic? And they th- they're just saying that she drowned. There was no body or nothing, and they're trying to claim it off as a drowning. They never found her.
Hey, who was that one, that Vandersloot? Which one was that?
The what?
The guy that killed that girl, his last name was Vandersloot.
I don't know.
It was a really, really, really national. The girl went missing. She was on what was she at? I
Uh,
can't think, but she was on spring break overseas. She went
oh,
missing.
that was it Elizabeth Smart? Not Elizabeth Smart. Natalie Halloway.
That Natalie and that
That case is
Vandersloot.
exactly like Natalie Halloway's case. The same thing that happened to Natalie. Her friends abandoned her. Her friend, this girl walked out on the beach with her friends. They went back to the hotel, left her on the beach with this
Yeah,
guy.
the
Same
one
thing.
that's now. You mean the one that's now?
Yeah, the new case that they're covering right now.
Well, yeah, probably another Natalie Holloway. I bet you.
Well, the thing is that they already Natalie, they at least investigated for years. They're already saying that this girl drowned in the water. There's no evidence. The guy's already told like 500 different stories about what happened with her. She was left alone with this guy and she was under the influence. And yeah, it's a Natalie Holloway all over again. Hey Danny, and the parents are devastated and it's in another country, so of course they're not going to interrogate this guy or do anything. He's already flew back to the States. His parents has already got him back. He was from the United States too. Oh, thank you, Laura P. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. Let's see who got the memberships right quick. Let me see here. Thank you, Laura P. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, this is Natalie Halloway 101. Let's see. Let me see who got the memberships right quick.
Hey, so how do you think Trump's doing?
I think he's doing good. What? How do you feel?
I don't
You
know.
feel
I haven't really decided yet.
feel
I
about
mean,
Doge? Diamond's got one. Cindermint's got one. Verona got one. Just peeking and always late got one. Congratulations on getting that. Thank you so much, Laura P. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome all new members. Um, I think Trump and Elon Musk is doing great. I do. I think. Well, I don't see how people can't be upset that we've been robbed of our tax money. Absolutely been robbed.
I don't think the tariffs are the good thing because then um, manufacturers and stuff have to pay money to us just to import or even export their goods, and that's going to raise our prices more. And I know people are mad at him because he hasn't done nothing about the eggs prices or the economy. So I don't know. I mean,
But he just got in. He's not even been in there 2 months.
Yeah,
even a month. Well, maybe a little bit over 2 months.
it's a little close to it. Yeah.
He's going to give us a money. He's going to give us a check. I want my money back too. Could you imagine how bad America would be if
So you
Trump?
think they should shut down Social Security?
No, he's not trying to shut Social Security down.
Well, I know some people haven't even got theirs.
No, I don't think he's trying at all to
Why
shut.
was he? Why does he? Okay, so how would states be able to afford doing education at their schools if the Department of Education is gone and they don't get no grant money for disabled kids, illiterate kids, and stuff like that, and kids that don't have money for food? And so that's how states get their monies from the government for food to feed the kids, because sometimes that's the only meals they get. It's at school.
Love you too.
So
I
if
don't
they
think
cut,
Trump's
if they
gonna
cut
mess with
government
that.
education, how's the state's going to be able to give these kids food?
I think he's got somebody on that fixing that.
Who?
I really do.
Who's going to be able to do it?
And he's assigned new people in the Department of Education.
He's getting rid
assigned
of it. That stupid McMahon woman's a wrestling CEO. What in the God's name does she even know about education? She is Vince McMahon's wife who owned the WWE.
Oh,
So why
don't
the hell would he want to put
I
an
trust him.
ex-wrestling CEO woman into the Department of Education? That makes no sense whatsoever.
He knows what he's doing. He's a businessman. If
He may
he
be a
had it up
businessman,
to
but he filed
the
bankruptcy 6 times. That really proves a lot of the
well, it's
businessman.
better than what they were sending our money to. Damn, they were sending our money to all kinds of crazy shit. At least they're saving the money for the American people, especially if he stops taxes on bonuses, overtime, and stuff like that. That would help a lot because I'm
You know, all this
a lot
government
of damn
workers
taxes.
safety is going to really go against the unemployment rate. You understand that, don't you?
Do what now?
The national unemployment rate,
Uh-huh.
hold on, when it was with Biden, was 3.5%. Now,
Uh-huh.
all these people Trump is laying off in the federal government, it's going to go up. The unemployment is going to go up. You understand that, right?
Wow.
With all these people being let go of in the federal government, it's going to raise our unemployment rate.
I don't believe it. For the
How
simple
is it,
reason
how is it not going to?
I have a family member that works for the state and he's never lost his job.
Not the state, the federal government.
Well, he works for the federal government.
Okay.
Oh, diamonds.
How is he not going? How is that not going to go against our unemployment rate? Then, Daisy, I'd like to know
Maybe
how
a
that.
little bit, but it's
A little bit.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I don't know. It might go a lot. I don't know. We'll have to see how far it goes up.
Yeah.
So I
What's
have
up?
a little cold and I sound a little stuffy. How are you?
I'm good. How are
He
you,
sounds
Mr.
Jamaican.
Diamond?
I'm doing well. Hey, Dustin, how are you?
Sound Jamaican.
I'm not Jamaican. I think it's because of my cold. I am Puerto Rican.
Cold like that because you got your voice sounds wonderful as a Jamaican. Okay, we'll just play it off as you being.
Bumbleclad man, let me put you on to my homie President Trump.
You just play it off as a Jamaican. Okay, we'll just keep it like that.
So I came up here to basically let you know, Dustin, that there are multiple websites. And being that you used to be a reporter,
Yep.
I would have thought that you would have dug a little bit into what Trump has been doing. As far as
I
the
don't even kind of what Trump's doing. I don't know. I don't know if he.
but look, I'm gonna ask Daisy to show you something real quick, and it's gonna explain some of it.
Do I really
Okay.
care what he's doing? Yeah.
Well, I
really
mean, are you an American? Do you live in the United States?
Oh yeah, of course. No, I live in Brazil.
Okay, but my thing is that you're up here and you're saying you asked Miss Daisy a question about the Department of Education. Am I right?
Yeah, that's where all the grants go for all the kids
So,
that can afford to
so
eat.
I'm up here to let you know what exactly happened. All right, because there's a lot of people out there, as I can see, that are misinformed in what President Trump was doing as far as shutting down the Department of Education.
So you think tariffs are good?
The tariffs?
Yep.
Yes.
How are they good?
Yes,
Make the
of
prices
course.
go up?
You want to know why? Because now all those businesses that are in foreign countries, like Apple,
Why would they want to come
and
here?
hold on, because they're gonna be spending a lot more money to import to the United States.
And that makes our
So
prices
they're gonna
go up.
come and build
No, they
their
won't. No, they won't.
businesses. Oh, yes, they did. Apple already doing it.
Where's
Hyundai's
Apple
already
at?
doing it.
What state's Apple
Hyundai's
doing
already
it?
doing it.
No, they're not. Apple ain't
Yes,
building nothing
they are.
here.
Yes,
No,
they
they're not.
are. Yes,
Where?
they are. You even
What
have
state?
you even have Microsoft, Microsoft, sorry, over here in PA with $1
Microsoft
billion.
has already been here. Microsoft was already established.
Okay, but what I'm saying is there are businesses that are coming
Name a
from.
state where you think Apple is building, because I can name 40, I can name 20
Well, look it up.
different states.
Look it up.
Apple's
Look
already
it up. They've already given us
No, they haven't.
contracts.
No, they
They've
haven't.
already given us contracts. You
Sweetheart,
will
I'm
see it.
a reporter.
Miss Daisy.
I only got people in
Dustin,
Washington.
my
And I
Miss
can't
Daisy.
lost,
Miss Daisy, if you can pull up my channel real quick and play that short
Let me ask you
of
something. You don't think
it'll
because-
explain to him
I
the
know, hey, hold on there. I know exactly what I'm talking about because, sweetheart, I'm a reporter. I got people in the inside.
well, that's what I'm saying. If you're a reporter, you up here on Daisy's channel sharing misinformation, disinformation.
Okay,
So
CNBC is wrong.
Which one
Then
is it,
CNBC are wrong.
play the short where it says, hold on, let me see.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Scroll up a little bit.
Prove it.
Right there, the third one next to the baby.
And
No,
I'm gonna
go
prove
up.
to you
No, go up.
that
Scroll
education
back down.
is dismantled.
Right there, where it says reading is fundamental.
right here.
Yeah, and guess
Yeah,
what?
play that real quick.
I'm going to tell you something.
The dismantling of the
If you're
Department of
behind
Education.
all
Let me go ahead
that
and
with
break it
this
down.
Come on, talk about it.
You got a whole bunch of people who think that these kids who don't get food at home will no longer get food at school because there is no DOE. First of all, it's the Department of Agriculture that handles the school meals. So there's still no child that's going to be left hungry. The next thing I heard is that, oh my God, they're going to get rid of the Pell Grant and all of these other things so that HBCUs are going to suffer and kids who can't afford school aren't going to be able to go to school. Those instances, that subset of issues is going to be moved over to the Department of Treasury, and they're going to handle your new Pell Grants and your student.
What do they need to do with it?
And then they'll say things like, "Oh my God, well, they're not going to fund disabilities or the IEP programs." That's being moved over to the Department of Health and Human Services. So if more Black people knew that, we wouldn't have this uproar about the DOE going. And then let me also tell y'all that the DOE only pays for
that. Thank you for touching on that.
Yeah, the DOE only pays for 10% of K through 12. Like, it's only 10% of the funding. If you genuinely believe that your state cannot recover 10% of funds to give to the DOE, which they already to give to the school system, which they already barely give money to, sweetheart, you are sadly mistaken. And at that point, that's when you have to look at your elected officials and see what are they voting on in these budgets. What are they asking for every fiscal year? Because now with Doge, we're seeing that we're paying millions of dollars to watch shrimp run on treadmills. The dismantling of the Department of Education. Let me go ahead and break it down.
Exactly.
People who think that they're
Dustin, you have to admit that.
No, I won't admit because I know what I'm talking about because I've done this for 30 years and I've been to Washington. I have seen the presidents. I know people in these departments personally, and I can prove it. I would prove.
So bring your facts. Bring your facts up to Miss Daisy's panel.
You cannot and will not be able to disapprove.
Bring your facts. Bring your facts because you know what? You know what? It's honestly it's people like you, Dustin. Okay, that it's people like you that claim, oh well, you know, I have 40 or 50 years of education and whatever it is that you want to claim, or that you're a reporter. Okay, but you guys are the problem. You are the problem. You're talking about stuff that happened years ago. Trump is changing everything up. He's making everything better for us. Okay, and because you don't like the man. All right, you want to spread false information.
How come they're having protests all over the United States, Diamond? Are those people stupid? Do they have a reason? Yes, I
I
believe so.
didn't
because
call them
our
stupid.
forefathers-
I didn't
our
use the word
forefathers-
stupid. You're the
Hey,
one that's
Diamond,
using the word stupid.
hey,
I
Diamond,
never
our
called them stupid.
forefathers are
That's
rolling in their graves.
that's our right to have a
And
protest. If they want to
you-
look like morons and protest for
Right.
I mean, come on, let's
For what? For what?
Dustin.
no, hold up.
I
Let me
hate
tell
people
you
like
something,
you.
Dustin. Let me tell you something. Like I said, bring
Like you
some
said.
facts, okay? Because you come up here, talking about the Delphi and all this other stuff, and
Yep.
and you don't even know what the hell you're talking about, because people have really looked
Really
into
what?
this
Really
case,
what
and
do you want
and you're telling Miss Daisy stuff that didn't even happen about the whole blood and all that other stuff.
How do
All
you
right,
know?
then
How
you
do you know?
adding things to it, like
How do you
you
know?
were the one that was there who
I
did what you
was.
what
Yes, I
happened to those
was.
little girls.
Yes,
Oh,
I
you was
was.
there, so you admitting
I
it
was
that you were
there.
the one who killed the girls?
I
Are
was
you
there.
admitting it?
How you know what happened?
Are you admitting that you were the ones that killed the girls?
What does that have to do with what we were talking about, Diamond?
I'm saying, but
What
you
are you
want to make
saying?
fun of me. What I'm telling you is get
What
your
are you
facts
telling
straight.
me? Tell me
Get your
something I
facts
want
straight.
to
You
know.
started talking about the Delphi case, all
Okay,
right?
so
Then you want to come over here and talk about the president and all this other stuff. Like, it's people like you that's the problem.
Why you arguing with me about it? Because
That's the problem. No one's arguing with you. I'm telling you, if you're gonna be up here on Daisy's panel, all right, don't lie. Don't lie, or don't add stuff to it. That's it. That's it. Bring your facts. Bring your facts and I'll bring mine.
You just have a video.
Bring your facts and I'll bring mine.
Okay, here's fact number 1, and you can look it up. Tariffs are not good for this country. Tariffs will not.
In your opinion.
No job. No.
In your opinion.
Okay, CNBC people have been saying.
Oh, please, CNBC, really? How about you go to the Doge website? How about you go to the website where all the facts are being put? Okay?
Diamond, let me ask you something. So Elon Musk, which is let's see, his stock is crumbling.
His stock is not crumbling. His stock is not crumbling.
Oh, yes,
okay. And if you knew anything, Mr. Reporter, you would know that he only gets a certain percentage from Tesla. Okay. So you don't know more than me. I don't care how old you are.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah, and that's your opinion. Go to the stocks right now and you'll see where Tesla is.
I'm gonna ask you something. And let's see if you are right in front of everybody, young lady. I'm gonna put it in your face.
Yeah, like I said, show me the facts. Okay. Drop a website of where you're getting your facts from. And I don't want to hear nothing about MSNBC or CNN and all this other stuff. So please, go ahead with that.
So what exactly are tariffs?
What are tariffs?
Definition. I want the exact fucking definition, young lady. And what the
you want to curse at me now? You want to curse at me? Okay, listen. Let me tell you something. I don't need to explain to you what tariffs are. All I know is that you don't know what you're talking about. And because you want to curse at me, that shows me that you have no respect for me. So this is the end of discussion. You say what you want to say about the president, but please, on Daisy's panel, do not spread misinformation. Period.
What are tariffs? You know it all. What are they? You know everything, Diamond. You know it all. You're it.
Taxi tolls and goods.
So exactly what are the
imported from another country?
Because I know for a fact Diamond doesn't know what the tariffs are. Diamond will never.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
What's the definition?
It's the tax put on goods imported from other countries overseas.
Wrong.
Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, so then what is it?
Look it up.
What is it, Mr. Know-It-All?
Okay,
hey, Dustin, can I just say
Constitution.
one thing, Dustin?
What?
I know many of my family members have lost jobs in these factories because they ship their factories over to other countries to pay less for employees.
So let me ask you something then. Okay, why is all these companies saying that tariffs are not good for the United States? That's including Ford, General Motors, Stanley.
Because they have to pay. Hello, then you don't know what tariffs are. Okay, if you was a business owner, if you was a businessman, you would know. You would know. Like, come on, it's common sense.
Well, why are we taxing our own companies and they're paying our
own companies? They're not our companies. They're private companies. What are you talking about? From overseas.
Why are we taxing them? What's the point of
Bro,
taxing them, Diamond?
bro, you need to.
Why are we taxing them? We don't need to tax them in our own
our country was falling
Your
apart.
guy's name Justin?
I don't understand
Dustin.
why you have to be that.
Hey,
where
Dustin.
we have to tax our
Dustin.
own companies. Because tariffs are taxed on our own companies.
They're not our own companies for
Yes,
one.
they are our own companies. What the hell?
They're
you
not our
doing?
own companies.
Who owns Apple? Who invented Apple? Who
It's a
invented
private company. It's not a government company. You can't say our companies if it's not privately owned, if it's not government owned. It's a private company. And the reason why they're taxing these companies is so that they can come back to our country, run our factories, and employ our citizens. That's why. The purpose of getting these countries taxed, these businesses taxed, is to get them back to our country to employ our citizens.
You guys are the dumbest fucking people on the face of the
I'm sorry. Did you not understand what I just said?
You're speaking nothing.
But I didn't speak anything? So no, everything I just said made no sense to you.
Nobody's coming to our country.
Dustin,
Because
you're
it's
actually talking to somebody that fights for our country. He's a
I don't care who the hell fights for our country.
I know you don't give a fuck who fights for the country because you're a piece of shit. Because you're a piece of shit.
I like it.
Because you're a piece of shit. And if I find you in the street, I'm gonna show you why I fought for my country.
You do it. Oh yeah, big boy.
No, because you're very disrespectful. I came in here to give you my opinion on what the problem is with your misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding. First of all, you saying that they're our companies, they're not our companies. That's where you got to get that straight. Because if you're saying they're your companies, which one of them are putting their money in your pocket? None of them. You're putting your money in their pocket every time you buy their products. And in order for people to keep their jobs in this country, we got to get these companies to manufacture in our country. Tariffs makes those companies say, hey, you know what? This is costing me too much to pay for cheap labor and have it done overseas. Let me bring it back home to where these people need jobs and we can get our economy back to where it's supposed to be. But you're so ignorant that you don't want to understand the facts of these things that go on between different countries. You're not political, you're misinformed, and you're always out here feeding this false information and getting these people to try to believe you for what? So you can keep getting people on your channel, so you can get people to like you. Nobody's gonna like you. They're gonna understand or try to understand what you're saying, agree to what you're saying, because they don't understand themselves because of people like you who misinform them. People like you need to get educated enough, at least enough, to teach yourself what it means to be an American. You have no idea what it means to be an American. You're just here to abuse the powers of the freedoms that were imposed on you by us who go overseas and fight for you to come here and keep talking crap, because that's what you're allowed to do. I fought for that freedom that you have to talk shit. Okay, I fought for that freedom. Go overseas and say that. Say everything you're saying right now. Say everything you're saying right now overseas in another country, and you'll see how that mouth of yours will never exist again. But people like me that go overseas and fight for you to talk this shit, give you that right to do so. Show appreciation and show some respect for the country you so-called care for. This is not your country, by the way. This is not your country. It is not your country. You know why I say it's not your country? Because you don't appreciate the people that gave you the freedom for it. You don't appreciate anybody who went out there, died, gave their blood, sweat, and tears for you to talk the stupid, dumb shit coming out your mouth right now.
You're just so stupid. Blah, blah, blah.
And that's all you can go to is make fun of him. Like, how old are you, Dustin?
That's what ignorant people do when they have no information.
Exactly. Anyway, Miss Daisy, my husband dropped the mic. I love you, Miss Daisy. I'll be in chat.
Miss Big Shit can't tell me what a tariff is.
Thank you, Mr. Diamonds.
She can't tell me what a tariff is. Nobody can tell me what a tariff is.
I know, but when it comes to stuff like that, a lot of people get upset.
I don't care if they get upset or not, but I'm going to tell you something. Somebody can't tell you what a tariff is, and they can't explain anything, Daisy. What's the point of trying to talk to them if they want to sit there and do that? And they want to tell me, oh, I'm a reporter, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you something, and I will bet you, and you know I will keep my bet. You know I'll keep my promise. I will bet you, Daisy, within the next 6 months, everything's going to be a pot of shit because our taxes going to go up because the tax.
It's already been a pot of shit.
Well, and you want Medicaid cut, you want Medicare cut, go ahead.
He's not going to do that.
Because it's in the bill. Read the bill. Everybody keeps saying this.
He's not going to do it,
Daisy.
to hurt us.
Daisy, why don't you read the bill? Read the bill. Why don't people read stuff?
Why don't you
quit saying he's not going to do it, Daisy?
Did you
Why
not
are these people protesting? What's the point of these people?
Because they're idiots.
No,
I mean,
not
no
idiots,
disrespect for you. I know that you,
Daisy, they have a reason.
Believe, but
Daisy, if you got to sit on the phone and Social Security on the phone for over 8 hours and you get cut off, why are they doing that? They don't need to cut the phone service. Come on, Daisy, you got to wake up. You're not waking up, girl. Look what's going on in this country. You think Trump's going to make it? Trump ain't going to do nothing.
Dustin, do you think
I do know
them giving money to transgender bullshit?
Why does it matter if they're transgender? We're not the one to be judging them, Daisy.
The money was supposed to be going for relief.
Daisy,
in North Carolina.
We're not God.
There's so much corruption out here.
No, you don't judge these transgenders like you're doing. That's
I'm not judging transgenders, but they don't need to be sending money.
It doesn't matter what you think.
People in other
That's
countries with our tax money.
Daisy, that is your right as an
American citizen. In my lifetime, I've paid a lot.
It don't matter, Daisy.
Our money should be.
Let me tell you something. I've got a lot of transgender friends and gay family members. They're scared. They are scared for their lives because of what Trump's doing. Don't judge them. That is mean of you. That is absolutely. I'm ashamed of you. How dare you sit here and judge transgenders?
I'm not judging transgenders.
Well, what do you want to call it, Daisy?
But I don't believe that our tax money should be going.
That's not your concern. Are they American citizens?
When it's my tax money that's going towards it, it's very
so
much.
What?
Why in this country who are starving and living in tents, and they're keeping illegals and
illegals. I will not fight with you.
The money that they should be giving people in North Carolina that's living in tents that's froze to death.
Now, Daisy,
the money that they're sending across, Dustin, I'm not
going to disagree with you about the illegals. I agree with the illegals.
Okay, but the money that they're sending over to other countries for stupid shit like transgenderism and all this other shit.
That's the right,
That's bullshit. There's people in the United States that are homeless. We are in a big need for mental health. No, it's not got anything to do with the transgender. It's got to do with other countries training people to be transgender.
So you know how people, Daisy, are saying that tariffs are going to be good, right? If people can just listen to the stockbrokers, people don't like CNBC because they think they're stupid people. Let me tell you something. CNBC, which does the stocks, those people ain't dumb. They went to school and they went to college. They know exactly what they're talking about. When you have Ford, General Motors, and them saying that they're going to raise prices on the U.S. citizens,
they're not.
Tariffs don't help. Tariffs is what make things what they are. Why can't you open your eyes and see what he's doing?
Open your eyes that these people are evil, murdering, human trafficking idiots. They are killing our children. They are killing them.
But here's what I don't get.
These rich elite politicians that you support, not only do they support murdering,
yes, I support transgender gays. Yes, I do.
Do you support abortion?
Do I support abortion? Only to a certain extent.
Does
it say in the Bible that you cannot have an abortion?
Babies in the womb?
It doesn't say nothing about that in the Bible, Daisy. I can read you
the murder is murder. It doesn't matter. He said, I knew you before I formed you in the womb.
So if
the life is created at conception, I'm sorry, Dustin, you're not going to win this.
But what does it say that in the Bible? What chapter and what verse?
I knew you before I formed you in the womb.
Where does it say at? What chapter, what verse, and where at?
Let me find it there, Bud Rose.
Yeah, find it because I can't remember. My mind's blank. But I'm trying to tell you, if these people are stupid out protesting, then I want you to go and tell these people they're stupid. Then tell them to their face. Go out to the protesters, you and Diamond, and tell those people that are protesting for a reason, tell them how stupid they are.
Jeremiah
tell them to their face.
1:5.
Because I know Diamond won't do it. She won't tell them. Because she can't. She won't tell them.
Jeremiah 5. Listen, if you support everything that the left, you are very blinded.
What is it with to deal with you
the
people being
left
so
are
political?
evil. These
No, they're
Obama
not
was
evil.
paying himself.
So let me say something. Donald Trump,
in their
who
bank
has
account,
6 felonies,
struggle to eat every day of our lives.
Okay, what has Donald
This
Trump
is
done for the economy?
bullshit.
Name me something good he's doing for the economy. Something the best thing that has ever been done in world history. In world history.
I can tell you right now, he's taking all of our American tax money and keeping it in America instead of sending it to other countries for crazy shit to torment cats. One of the things
torment cats.
Yes, they were doing studies on
Why
animals.
does he want to make number one? He wants to be Putin's little puppet.
Dustin,
we're not going. We should not be with Russia. People are disagreeing about this, saying with Russia and him.
Have you not even found out at least a little bit of what Doge is uncovered?
I have seen Doge. People don't want Doge.
Do you realize there was $1 trillion in our federal government that was taken out that they have no idea where it went?
When my grandparents, Daisy, have to worry about where the hell their Social Security is going to be the next month, don't tell me about it, okay? Because my grandparents have to fucking worry about the goddamn Social Security the next month. How dare you? How dare you support Doge? How dare you? You're ashamed. I'm ashamed of you. I'm absolutely ashamed of you.
Listen, you can be ashamed all you
want.
Yes,
I am, because you want to support a man that's going to cut my grandparents' Social Security, young lady. They earned and they worked for
that I would not support.
Don't you tell me? I know for a fact.
Second, Dustin.
I'm going to bet you. I'm going to bet you $1,000.
People.
I'm going to bet you. He is going to cut. Don't tell me
other people are telling you.
I don't know. I know this. He's going to cut Medicaid.
Trump came here to save our country.
Why don't you open your eyes, young lady, and why don't you read the bill? Read the tax bill. Read the tax bill. Tell me what the tax bill says, Daisy. Tell me exactly what his tax bill says. I want to know, damn it. Tell me. Tell me what it says.
I'm telling you right now.
No, you don't know it because you haven't read it. You listen to these people that have their mouth.
I trust Trump.
No, you don't need to trust him. Read his tax bill.
Okay.
Read it. And you come back to me, young lady. You tell me what it says.
I know that was running our country for the last.
No, you don't know, because see, you don't want to know what the tax bill is. Because you'd be ashamed for support.
They're devil worshiping evils.
See, this is pray and ask God. This is why I'm going to look at it, and this is why I'm going to tell you. You are too ashamed to admit that you cannot and will not read that tax bill because you know what's in that tax bill of Trump. You know it. Don't deny it.
I don't have time to read that tax
bill.
Know,
you really don't need to read all of it. Just look at the top. Look at the cut.
It has to be better.
No, look at the cut.
Our country was going all to
Daisy, you can go up with also make conspiracy theories to God green earth. God ain't going to believe your conspiracy theories.
Oh, let me tell you.
God won't believe them. No, he won't.
Theories that I talk about has came true.
You go down the rabbit hole, go down it all you want. But I'm going to tell you something. You better read that tax bill, young lady. You better read it good, because I'm going to tell you something. And I will, I'm usually right. He will cut Medicaid. He is and will cut Medicare. Don't you tell me he won't, because I know he will. And I promise you, you,
the only thing I don't agree with Elon Musk is that I do not believe those people were in the spaceship.
I don't like him at all. But you will not answer me about that tax cut at all. You cannot say you don't believe it to me. How many times
did he hurt us the last 4 years? Did he hurt us the last 4 years that he was in?
Yes, he was. He is not. Something.
Listen, come on, Dustin.
I'm being serious, Daisy. Read the tax bill. Why don't you read this stuff? You people that like Trump don't read.
He has not done anything that makes us think it.
Read it. Read the cuts in there. The proof is in the pudding, Daisy. Open your eyes.
I don't believe it.
No, you don't believe it because you're too infatuated on Trump. You're
I'm not
infatuated
infatuated on
with
Trump.
him.
The
You're
only
obsessed
person
with
I'm
him.
infatuated on is Jesus
No.
Christ of Nazareth.
You don't need
I
it. You know what it
trust
says in
him.
the Bible? It says never trust a man and never trust a woman.
Exactly.
Okay,
And I
now
don't
you're
trust him.
trusting
Did I
Trump.
say I trusted him
No,
100%?
yes, you did. You said you trusted Trump. I'll go
I
back
don't
and
believe
replay
Trump's
it.
out to hurt us at all.
Yes,
I
he
don't
will.
believe. No.
He's out for revenge because he
No,
got
he's
screwed when he got
not.
convicted of all those things he did when he was
He
president.
didn't do that shit.
He's
That's why
out,
he didn't
he's
go to
out for
jail.
revenge. Tell me he's not. Tell me he's not and prove he's not. Show me the
what?
proof. I'm
What?
gonna do this, Daisy. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll have the copy of that tax bill with
I
the
can't
cuts
be
in it.
back here tomorrow.
And
I
I'm
got
gonna
to work.
highlight. I'm gonna highlight in big, bright colors where it says in there, and I'm proving this, where it says he's gonna cut Medicaid and Medicare. I will prove it to you. I'm gonna show you the facts, and I will shove it in your face. And then
I
I'm
don't
going to
really
see
care
what you're
'cause it's
going
not
to
really
tell
gonna
me
change
about
my
that.
mind about it, to be honest with you. Anything we've got now is better than them stealing money and
They want to cut
giving money away.
$250 billion
When
from
we had
Medicaid.
people in this area living in tents while they were
Daisy,
putting illegals pouring in here. What about
now
all
the legals one, I will
let
not disagree
into
with
this
you.
country that has murdered people?
Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you on the legals, but I think what they need to do with it, and I'm going to be honest with you, they need to start. They need to identify a little bit better. They really need to a little bit better identify more, to where yes, they have been sending people down there that didn't belong down there. You know it's true. You know it is. But I say they need to identify which ones are the bad ones and which ones are not.
So many billions of dollars for them to study gender.
But if they're up here legally, I think they should leave them alone. That woman that got
I don't
arrested.
think any other country should get.
We have to have we have to have migrants, Daisy. We don't have enough people to support our workforce.
Enough people in the United
I'm going to tell you something. Look at this. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the census. Daisy, hold on. I'm going to pull up the census of the exact amount of people in the United States
that came here illegally.
Okay, compared to how many jobs are in the United States, we don't have enough money, and we don't have enough people both to support both.
Let me tell you,
we got to have.
You want to know something that really pisses me off, and this is what pissed me off the other day, and I had to pray about it because it is when you're standing in line with your hard-earned tax money, and you've got illegal immigrants with a food stamp card buying hundreds of dollars worth of money, and you know they're going out here working and not getting cut for any taxes, not paying no taxes, and still drawing food stamps. While you're working and paying taxes, they're drawing food stamps, they're getting government assistance, they're out here working and not getting paid for cut taxes like we are.
Now, see, that I agree on. Yeah, some of them do take advantage of it. They do. Some of them really do. But some migrants are here legally. They really are truly here legally. And some of them do take advantage of our stuff. Yes, like white people and black people. Everybody takes advantage of the welfare system, Daisy. They're here. It's not uncommon.
I know that. But the fact is, our money has been for ridiculous, crazy shit.
But when my grandparents have to worry about getting Social Security, that's pretty bad. When Elon Musk is cutting the phone line service that elderly people use to sign up for Social Security, Daisy, and they want to close these offices. Yes, there is proof. There is proof. Yes, because you can listen to the ex.
Bring receipts too, Dustin.
You can listen to the ex Social Security administrator. He'll tell you. And these people ain't dumb. You may think they are.
I know somebody that actually works for the Social Security Department.
So let me ask you something. You people say the news is all fake. Now, let me ask you something. Since you say the news is fake, and there's only one news station in the whole entire world that is the best ever, Fox News, why is it that when Trump is asked, like there was a reporter that asked Trump, and you can go back and look at it, he asked him, he said, what's your definition of a tariff? Why do you think tariffs are good? Trump completely ignored the question. And I can look it up on YouTube. Trump ignored it because Trump knew the reporter was right. He knew he was right.
Don't like reporters, but he don't like CNN and them. So
Because he knows sometimes, Daisy, they tell the truth. Not everybody's a liar.
No, they
Trump
don't.
says they're a liar.
Why don't they cover stuff that they should
Well,
cover?
here's the thing. Just
Why do
because
they
what Trump
lie? They're
says-
all a part of the club.
But Daisy, just because if Trump says they're a liar doesn't mean they're a liar. Trump is not God. You're
No, but
thinking of him as God. You are.
Oh,
What
I
are you
don't.
talking? You are
No,
thinking Trump
I
as the
don't.
best. You're
I
thinking
trust
of him as a
God. I
Messiah
don't
that walked on God's
anybody
green
but
earth. Well, you're acting like he's a Messiah. He came to save the United States.
I'm not.
He
by
is
all
not
means.
and will not do anything to help the United States government. I will
He's
bet
doing
you, and I'll prove
everything
it to
to
you.
rebuild
I'll
our
prove it to you.
government because there were a bunch of thieves and a bunch of scam
No,
artists
not
and
really.
evil devil worshippers. That was. You think Obama wasn't stealing money? Did you see how much money he was collecting?
Why are we
off
going back to the past presidents? Why don't we focus on the future?
Because you are talking about our president now. He is trying to rebuild our country after 4 years.
So let me ask you something. If he's trying to rebuild it, why do we have to cut agencies that does matter? Only Congress. Congress has the authority to do what Trump's doing. It says in the Constitution of the United States. So you're telling me, Daisy, let's just not listen to the Constitution. It don't matter what our forefathers, young lady, did and bled, sweat, and tear for this damn country, young lady. Our forefathers made that damn Constitution. How dare you disrespect it?
Oh, let me tell you something.
No, you disrespecting it because let me tell you something. You're telling me Trump has authority.
Biden,
Trump does not.
Pelosi, all of those people, devil worshiping, witches, child molesting pieces of crap that you are taking up for, that was running our country.
There are no child molesters and devil worshippers, Daisy.
Oh, yes, there's
you
plenty of
prove it.
evidence out there that they
Okay,
have.
here's what I want you to do. I want you to prove
Bohemian
it.
Grove, what do you think that is?
100% prove it.
They worship an owl.
100% prove it.
They're not Christians.
Here's what I want. Like in court, I want
Kamala Harris even mocked God herself.
No, here's what I want.
Harris mocked God.
You see, you're doing conspiracy theories again,
No,
Daisy.
I'm not.
Yes,
I've
you
seen
are.
it on eyes.
You are.
During the interview,
Yes,
when a person
you are, Daisy.
started saying
You're doing
Jesus
conspiracy
is king,
theories again, Daisy.
No, I've
That's
seen
gonna
it.
hurt you one day, young lady. I'm telling you. This
seen it.
conspiracy shit's gonna get you in some trouble.
Okay.
Well, where's the proof?
Okay.
In a court of law, could you prove it? Could you prove it in a court of law?
Her crowd and told them.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's how we're going to do this.
You don't think they're devil worshippers?
No, hold on. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to set this up, Daisy, like
so
a.
who was Epstein's big buddy there?
No, hold on. We're going to do this like a court. Okay, people that are pissed at me saying, "Hey, Dustin,
Diddy was so bad
Daisy,
that his own lawyer who represented Obama,
so wait a minute,
Bin Laden."
Here's how I'm going to say this. People want me to prove that Trump is screwing up our economy and stuff. Okay, I can prove it without a doubt. Without a doubt, I can prove it. Like we say in court. Like I say in court. Prove. Where's the evidence? Without a doubt, where's the evidence? Show the evidence. I'm going to show the evidence, and I'm going to prove it with a fact that he is. Now hold on. You're saying there was child molesters and all this. Now I want you to pull up proof. I want you to prove up proof. Get some proof. Actual proof, Daisy.
Where's Ali Carter?
I want evidence. I want
actual Ali Carter. She was a victim of them all.
No, see, you're doing it again, Daisy. Don't do it now.
Ali Carter is a victim.
Theories now.
There's lots of victims out there that spoke about
conspiracy theories, Daisy.
Parties and
we got to have proof. Daisy, we got to show each other proof.
The proof? You want to see a picture of Bill Clinton that was in Epstein's in a dress and red shoes?
Okay, they did release it. Was he
Happy? The famous actor that ended up dead because he exposed them all for child molestation and human trafficking. Okay, I can name. I've done a whole show on this.
Now I know they released Epstein
many times.
But here's what I'm saying.
And you think P. Diddler wasn't doing it too?
I don't know about P. Diddler. I don't know about him.
They all hung out with him. They all hung out with him.
Here's what I'm saying. No, they dropped the child trafficking. They dropped the trafficking. They dropped it. They
Let
said
me
there was
tell you
not enough
something.
evidence.
That's bullshit. If they dropped it, they paid them off.
No,
That's
why are you?
bullshit.
Let me ask you something, Daisy. You think
What did he do? What did he do to Justin Bieber?
I don't even know what he did to him. I don't know.
Exactly. You ain't even heard some of the horrific stories
I
that I
think
put
I think
out
the
here.
P Diddy thing with me is it's like I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
if there is
Do you
proof,
not think that some of these
yeah,
CNN and ABC and all them didn't hang out with them? They're all a part of a
well,
same
I know.
syndicate.
Look up.
Even
Hold on, Daisy.
the
Daisy.
main guy from Facebook come
Daisy,
forward and said that Biden
Daisy,
threatened him
look
that
up
if he put
Epstein's
anything
file.
out on Trump, that
Hey,
he would go to jail.
Daisy, why don't you look up?
Waited.
I haven't looked them up. Read Epstein's files they released. Read those.
Rita wants
See
to
what
come
you
up.
find. No, I haven't read them. I know they released
I'm
them to the
telling you,
public.
these people that
I know
ran
they
our
did. I don't even
country
know what they
are
said. They
evil.
said they're supposed to release more of them. I don't know when.
If they had anything bad on Trump, honey, they would already threw him under the bus. And we could feel it the night before Trump got killed because or got attempted assassination because we all were doing a live stream and we could feel it so strong and we did a prayer for Trump. And guess what? He almost got killed. Do you think God didn't save him for a reason? God saved that.
Okay, so why does everybody think
We
Trump
could
is the
feel it.
magical
We
man?
knew.
Well, hold on.
Justin,
I want to
open
know
your
I want to
eyes.
know this. So you say Trump is the best man on the face of the earth that could solve
I
everything.
never
He
said
is
that.
no, that's how everybody's
You're
putting
putting
it.
words in my mouth. I
Hold
never
on.
said
Well,
that.
that's how you're putting it. He can do
No,
it.
it's
He can
not.
solve these problems. He is the man. He is better than Obama. He was better than Biden. He was better than George W.
I
That's how
never
you
said
put it.
he was
So
the
why
best
is
man on
he?
the face of this
So let
earth.
me ask you something. So why do you think he is the man? I mean, the best man, the man that can
I think
solve
it's
all these
biblical.
problems. Why do you think that?
I think because this country is still based on God and he is bringing God back to this country. Do you
He
realize
is.
that in California,
Why is he going out to
children
Turkey?
are being taught that it's okay to bring dog and cat food and freaking dog bowls into school? If that's not mental illness,
Daisy,
I don't
that
know
is
what that is.
absurd, and you know it is.
It's true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No,
is
it's-
true.
Prove it.
Yes,
Prove it.
it is.
Prove it.
You really want me to
I want to
prove
see
all
actual
this
proof. I
stuff?
want to see actual proof that I cannot say nothing about. I want you to flabbergast me. I want you to
I'm
shove it
going
in
to
my
flabbergast
face.
you on this
And I want you
about
to say,
the parents.
Dustin, here's
Okay,
actual proof, and I can't say nothing
okay.
about it. And
Hang
I
on.
don't want to see it from some conspiracy website. I want to see it from a state or a federal website. And I want to see the proof from either one.
Hang on. Let me see,
Because
Bernie.
I know for a fact you ain't going to find it in no state and
I
government
am
website.
telling you, it is the truth.
Nope.
The families of these kids,
Because you know for a fact, Daisy, that
the
is not true.
family, the parents of these kids are outraged.
No, they're not. I've never heard about it. Nobody's
Okay,
saying nothing. That's not true.
okay.
I'm
Hang
going to
on.
ask everybody in Illinois if that is true. I'm going to ask people in my family in Kentucky if that's true. You know what they're going to say? No. Because I know people that work in the school system down there. They're going to tell me, where do you get your BS at? That's a bunch of bullshit. What the hell? That's not even true. And you know it's not, Daisy.
It's absolutely true.
How can you prove
I
it?
had it on here.
I bet
Oh
you did.
my God. Let me see where I can find it at. Hang on.
I bet you did.
California, they bring them to school.
That
They
is a lie in
they are
California.
allowed to portray themselves as
If
dogs
that
and
was the
cats
truth,
at
it would have been all
school.
over Fox News, the greatest
They
news
have
station
litter
on earth.
boxes in school for kids.
We didn't have it on Fox News. Oh my God. It wasn't on there, Daisy. Why wasn't it on Fox News? Ooh. Fox News missed this story, didn't they? So did all the other news stations and radio stations. Oh my God. You know it's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not.
I've seen interviews with parents. Let me find it. I played it on here one day. Parents interview. Let me find it. Litter boxes for school kids. Parents outraged.
I mean, my family's from Letcher County and Harlan, so there ain't nothing. I haven't heard nothing down there.
Here you go, bud. This is the news itself. I'm bringing the proof.
All right, where's the proof?
An
actual news station, not no conspiracy news station.
This is
saying it's Liberty Mutual. So let's talk about furries. It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And so yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats. And I am really disturbed by that. And I will do some more investigation on that. I know it's going on nationwide. I know it is. It's part of the agenda that's being pushed.
If
I don't
that's
even want
not
to understand
crazy,
it,
I don't know what is.
We need to be aware of it.
Where's this at?
I'm upset as a parent that my child is put in an environment like that. And I'm all for creativity and imagination, but when someone lives in a fantasy world and expects other people to go along with it, I have a problem with that. So I'm just putting that out there. I will investigate more.
And it's not just that school, it's many, many, many other schools that's doing it. And
Who's that, California?
States. These Democratic states are doing it. You know that in Colorado, people can actually unalive themselves. A young girl decided that she did not want to live.
My town's a Democratic town, and that's not happening here by no means.
It might not be happening there, but it's happening in other places.
Where at?
California, New York, Colorado.
So why is it just happening in Democratic states but not Republican, huh?
Because
why is it all of a sudden
not
Democrat?
crazy.
Why is so
it is a delusion. That is a delusion. Do you think it's okay to go into school and teach kids about transgenderism and homosexuality? Do you think it's okay?
Depends on how old they are.
I don't think it's okay at all, because a lot of children are from Christian families, and that is not part of their belief in their Christian.
It doesn't say nothing in the Bible about you can't be a transgender.
Oh my! Are you stupid? You've never read the Bible, have you?
Yeah.
No, you have not. Don't look at me and say that you've read the Bible. Leviticus 20:13. Read that, mister. That's all I got to say about that. Read.
It does not say
2013. Do you want me to pull Leviticus 2013?
It says something about gays, but not transgender.
You are crazy.
That man cannot change into a woman.
No. It is all in the Bible.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. You need to read the Bible.
I have.
Leviticus 20:13. A person is defiled themselves and they were to be put to death.
But it does not say anything.
Is all in the Bible. Yes. If a man takes on the clothing of a woman, or a woman takes on the clothing of a man, yes, it is in the Bible. What do you think happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Okay.
Press it up.
What about the angel? The angels, the men in Sodom and Gomorrah lusted after the male angels. Lot came out and offered his virgin daughters to these.
You know what that's really talking about? It's talking about being gay, which is against what God is against.
Either one. One.
But what I'm saying is it doesn't say anything about man changing into
God has
woman.
created. It goes against everything God has created. It's called defiling themselves when they do that. When the angels came out to the people in Sodom and Gomorrah, and they lusted after the angels, and they saw the angels, they instantly went blind. Men lusting after men. Male angels. I'm telling you, it's all in that Bible, Dustin. Don't tell me about my Bible that I've read. Because
I'm telling you, it's talking about being gay.
In the Bible. It is in the Bible. Leviticus 20:13, Leviticus 18:22.
Let me ask you something. Well, you know how people are saying,
right?
You know how people are saying that tariffs are going to be good, right? I am not, in my life, I am not seeing where tariffs are going to bring back companies into the United States. That's never, ever been done before, and Trump will never be able to do it. Companies don't want to come to the U.S. because we have high corporate tax, number one. Number two,
understand how you feel.
number two,
All that
we
stuff.
don't have enough resources for certain companies. No, that's the thing. That's what people don't get. People are thinking that these tariffs are going to bring all these jobs.
No, you're worried more about that than you are about our spiritual, our
well, when somebody's caught in the Department of
you're
Education,
not
that
even
my
worried that
daughter,
they want to take a
that my daughter gets
9-month-old
money from.
baby and murder it as soon as its head
Well,
comes
let me
out.
ask you something, Daisy. Where does Trump get the power to cut these agencies? It says in the Constitution he doesn't have the power. Where does it say in the Constitution that Elon Musk can do what he wants? It does not say anything in the Constitution of the United States of America. There is nothing at all, not even in the Bill of Rights.
I don't know why you're so.
So why do you people? Well, I am, because you people are
pay
agreeing,
other countries?
but you guys are agreeing with two men are breaking the
Let me tell you something.
Constitution.
If the tariffs are really so bad, then why do I still get stuff from Timu?
Because Timu has a location in the United States, Daisy.
I don't know about that.
Look,
it's from China.
Yeah, but I think they got one in California, I think.
But
But why is Trump breaking the Constitution? Why is he not listening to the rules in there? Why?
He's not breaking the
Oh,
rules.
yes, he has.
Anybody
Read the
broke
Constitution.
rules
Read it.
of our Constitution.
He is
freedom of speech.
No, well, what's that to do with
Broken by Biden?
What
Did
does that
you not
know?
see the guy that owned Facebook say that he was literally threatened
Daisy,
by the
you're
Biden
beating around the bush.
administration?
You're beating around the bush.
I'm not beating
Why
around the
is
bush.
Trump not listening to the checks and balances in the Constitution of the United States?
Because he is straightening up all the.
No, he don't need to. That's against no. It says in the Constitution that the president breaks those checks and balances. They should not be president anymore or any longer. Congress
all of them needs to go to jail for treason. Everybody that has run
nothing to do with the
for the last
Constitution.
10
He is
years,
breaking the
Obama, the Bushes, all of them, because they've done nothing but stole money from
Well, let me
us.
ask you something. Why are you beating around the bush? So you're telling me our forefathers that bled, sweat, and fought for this country, young lady, you're telling me that they put those checks and balances just to for no reason. For no reason.
I know that that's really true. Did they
Yes,
really
it is. Read
read
the copy of it. Read
Are
the copy.
we really the first people here in the United States?
You're not
we
answering
don't know what our history
You're not
is.
answering my question.
The only real history that I believe in is the
Quit.
Jewish history of the Bible. We don't know if
Why
all that shit really
are
happened
you agreeing
in the
with
United
the
States.
president that is
I don't believe
breaking
any of that shit.
the Constitution?
Everything that we have been taught has been a damn lie.
Why are you beating around the bush?
You really believe that there's
Why
an
are you beating
outer
around
space?
the bush?
There ain't no beating around the
Yes,
bush.
you are. You haven't answered my
My
question.
eyes are opened.
Why
Open your
are
eyes.
you supporting a president that is going against our forefathers' Constitution?
I don't give a damn about our Constitution.
Yes, you do need to give
I
a
care
damn.
about my children's
Young
future.
lady, your freedom of speech, young lady,
My
comes
freedom
from
of
those
speech
guys.
was taken away when
No, it
Biden
wasn't. No, it
and all
wasn't.
the rest of them
If
were
it was,
in there.
you wouldn't be having
I
free
have
speech
freedom
right
of
now.
speech now.
No, you had it before when Biden was president, and I can prove it.
Justin.
I can prove it, Daisy. Daisy,
I
if
know.
you didn't have free speech, you wouldn't have been on here when Biden was president. So don't give me that. Don't try to go there.
Oh, there were a lot of times that
no.
my live streams were flagged because of
That's YouTube, not Biden. Don't blame it on Biden. Biden has something to do with YouTube. You don't go
You
there.
really think
I'll
Biden
prove
was
you.
running our
I will
country?
prove you wrong in
Do
front of
you
everybody.
really think Biden, in the state of mind that he was in, really
And
was
Trump's
running
any younger? Give me a break. They're only 2 years
He-
apart.
the
And
ma-
your
no,
point.
the man-
And your point.
The man can't even hold a sentence.
Okay, and the president now breaks our Constitution of the United
No, he
States
does
of America. That
not.
gives you,
No,
young
he does
lady,
not,
freedom of speech
Dustin.
and freedom of religion.
One thing, no.
Yes, it
no.
does.
They
Yes,
were
it
trying
does.
to take our freedom of religion away from
No,
us
well,
Christians.
hold on.
Oh,
But you
yes.
say you don't give a
Oh,
damn about our
yes.
Constitution. How dare you
trying
disrespect
to
that?
force their agenda on us.
Okay,
as
so let me tell you
Christians.
this. Our military that swear to the Constitution, you're saying that's a piece of shit, huh? How dare
I'm not
you?
saying our
No,
military.
no, you don't. You
You're
don't.
twisting my words, buddy.
No,
I'm
don't
telling
you ever
you,
go there
the
and don't
people in
think ever.
charge of our government
No, hold on.
is a shit.
So our forefathers are a piece of shit, huh?
Probably some of
No,
them
really,
were.
they are?
To be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you
If they
think
really
so, huh?
were for
You
our
think so?
forefathers, we've been lied to
Let me
so
tell
much.
you
We
something.
don't know what American history
Let me
really is.
tell you
You
something.
really believe that the world is round, don't you?
And you believe it's flat because you're a psycho and you
Absolutely,
believe
I
in
believe it's
conspiracy
flat. And
theory.
if you really believe that they're
Oh,
okay,
hold on.
okay,
We're
so with
in,
all this
we're in
technology and they're going
Columbus
to go to
Day.
Mars and all this other stuff,
We are in
yet they
Columbus
can't go
days.
back to the moon. You really believe that, right? You
I
really
believe,
go
I
back and look
believe
at those pictures of those people
that
that
our
were supposed to be in
forefathers fought
space.
for our country
I
and
don't
they
believe it.
fought for the Constitution that they
Our
made.
our world is a
You just pissed on
rounded
the military, young lady.
pissed
Yes, you
on the
did. And
military.
how dare you?
I have a high
How dare
respect
you?
for our military.
Yes,
I'm
you did
not
because they
talking
swear
about our
to
military.
protect.
I'm
They,
talking
they,
about these
hey,
government
hey,
people that you
blabbermouth.
worship
Hey,
and you think they're
blabbermouth.
so great, and
Hey,
they're not.
conspiracy theory woman. Listen,
Right.
they could, okay, our military swears to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. You
Yeah,
pissed
they're
on them.
violent.
You just pissed on them.
Violent people.
You pissed on them. You pissed on my family, young lady, for defending our country and the Constitution. Fuck you. How dare you? How dare
Oh
you?
my God. Are you
Yes, how
crazy?
dare you? You're ashamed.
Justin,
No, you pissed on my damn relatives that fought to uphold
you
the
don't even
Constitution.
really
When
know
you
if
said the
that you don't
Constitution is
know
a
what's
piece of shit,
weird.
you are so
You
bad.
believe everything that
You,
you hear.
you do. You believe these
I don't believe
conspiracy theories.
anything that I've
Do
learned
you
in
believe the
school
world
about
is
our American
round?
history.
The
I
world
don't
has
believe
been
the
proven to
earth
be
is not
round.
round. The earth is a
No,
round flat
it's not
disc.
flat, Daisy.
We do
I'm
not
sorry,
know. Let me tell you
Daisy.
something.
I think you
Look
need to
up
take your
at the
medication.
sky. You really think that the moon?
Daisy,
Why is there clouds behind the sky?
Daisy, I
It's
think you need to
firmament
take your
in the
meds.
Bible.
I think your time has come to
It's
take
in
your
the
meds.
Bible, Dustin.
I
I
think you
believe
got off
what's
the
in the
rails, honey.
Bible. I don't believe your
The
little
rabbit hole has
your
swallowed you up.
Democratic agenda.
Okay,
I don't believe your Democratic agenda at all, nor
I
will
don't
you
believe your
ever.
Republican agenda,
I
which
love
is
my
really
cousin
bad.
to death. She's a Democrat, and we've argued until
But
we
why is
can't
it that
argue
you
no
are
more.
saying
You're
that the
not going to win an
Constitution
argument with
is a
me.
piece of shit? Tell that to a military person. See what happens. I dare you. I dare
We don't
you.
even know
I
what our
know
real
plenty of
history
military
is.
people, honey. My
We
family's
don't
fought in
know
all
what
3
our
wars.
real history
I
is.
know the history of the United States. Don't tell me.
No, you know what you've been told. You
No,
don't
I
know
do.
what really happened.
I do know what really
No,
happened.
you don't.
How do you? Are
How
you
do you
blind?
know?
Do
You
you
know
really
what's
know
not
this?
happened?
Hey, Dustin.
No, you don't.
Hey,
So the
Dustin.
world is flat.
What party
You
do
don't
you vote
understand
for?
that the world is
Which way
flat.
do you lean, Dustin?
Daisy, how is the world flat?
Which way do you lean? Miss
Why
Daisy, can you hear me? Or is he just being a jerk and ignoring me?
I don't get that.
There's an echo button.
Oh, it's
No,
an
no,
echo?
no,
Okay, hold on.
the world is flat. Why is the world flat, Daisy, when you can see it from space? It's round.
And space is real? And that ain't CGI?
Yeah, space is real, Daisy.
Okay, so why is there photos of there being
Oh boy.
studio?
No.
Why did Neil Armstrong come out before he never
Is
been
it
on the moon?
Daisy,
you still hear an echo?
I
I'm
do. I
gonna
still
say
hear
this,
an echo.
Daisy. I think it's time to take your medication because I think you're
I
slipping.
think it's time for you to take the blinders off your eyes and see the world for what it really
Oh,
is.
I see the world, Daisy, and
No,
the
you
world I
don't.
see
No, you
is the
don't.
real world, honey.
You are blinded by what you've been told.
Daisy,
You've been blinded.
I'm sorry, but the
I
world is
always knew
truthfully
inside
round,
of me that
Daisy.
we were being lied to. It's just
Daisy,
recently been confirmed through
I'm
Trump
sorry
and
to say
everybody else.
this, Daisy, but when you tell people that the Constitution is a piece of shit, you stirred up a really big hornet's nest.
No,
Oh, yes, you do. Because
no,
I'm gonna put on
because
here,
we don't
I'm
even
gonna tell
know
people
if
all over
it's
YouTube.
real or
I'm gonna
not.
do
We
a
don't
poll
know
all over YouTube
if
about what you
it's real.
said. I'm gonna
I
show
don't
you the
believe
poll.
anything that has been told or taught to me over these years. We have all been lied to. The blinders are coming off.
No, wait a minute. Whoa. Nobody has lied. What are they lying about?
Yeah, they have lied about a lot of things.
Daisy, you need to quit listening to the conspiracy theories, okay?
What?
Quit listening to the conspiracy theories.
It ain't got nothing to do with conspiracy.
Because you're saying the world is flat.
And the Bible.
The Bible says the world is round, Daisy.
I see clouds behind that moon.
Daisy,
it talks about.
I'm sorry to burst the bubble, sweetheart. The Bible does say the world is round.
They have to tell us. They have to tell us. The Truman Show. You think that was a coincidence?
Oh, wow.
No.
Why is it? Okay, hold on.
The firmament is in the Bible. The waters below and the waters above.
In Genesis, God says the world is round.
The Bible when you've never read it?
It says in Genesis the world is round.
No, it does not.
Yes.
Where? Where? Give me a scripture.
In Genesis.
No,
first chapter that God created.
I've read all of Genesis. You give me a
well, I'm afraid that the Bible you're reading is
give me a scripture where it says the world is round.
Read the whole first chapter.
I've read the whole Testament.
Yeah.
Miss Daisy, am I echoing still? Okay.
Oh my
so, Dustin, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you, Diamonds.
Dustin, you being a pussy boy. You don't want to talk now. Huh? Which way do you lean? Left or right? Is he? Are you Googling the stuff now?
No.
So, what part of the Constitution did the president break exactly? Dustin?
They have checks and balances in the Constitution of the United States of America and the Bill of Rights that tells the president what he can and can't not do and what Congress has full power of. Congress appropriates the funds. Prove it, Don.
Prove what? I mean, you're the one that's reading from Google right now, right?
Well, if you don't believe me,
what up?
Prove me you're wrong. Prove. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
You're not even letting me respond to you.
Show me about everything. I'll show you.
Okay, so now you want the proof, but I'm sorry, I'm not the reporter. That's number one. Number two, however, I do my research. Okay, let's go back to what you were saying before. How the Bible doesn't say anything about killing when it's in the commandments when it says "Thou shalt not kill." Okay, now you want to refer to the Constitution. Please give me a number, a name, and part of the Constitution that President Trump is breaking. Do you know your commandments?
The whole one.
Do you know your commandments?
Diamond. I'm gonna put this
No. I'm sorry, because you're over here up on Daisy's panel belittling her, all right, calling her out her name and all this other stuff, and that's not gonna continue happening. Okay, like I said, in the commandments, it says thou shalt not kill. All right, so that just trumps everything you had to say about your abortion things. Okay.
Oh God, here we go. Miss know it all. I'm gonna wait for about 3 hours for this one. Somebody's
that's for the checks and balances. That's to prevent communism.
No.
It's to prevent it.
One specific person or legislative power to have too much power. That's what that checks and balances is. But everybody still has a job to do. He is well within his right as the commander-in-chief of this country to do what he's doing.
Can you prove it?
It's in the Constitution. You just said it.
Prove it in the Constitution. I want you to
not just read out of checks and. Did you not just read it?
Yeah,
you not just read checks and balances?
I think Dustin is bored.
Bro, did you not just read checks and balances?
No, show it to me.
Dude, you just read it. Why do I have to show it to you? Read it.
Yes.
Read it again. Look, I'll even tell you what. Use, I don't know, if Google AI, put it in there, see if it'll help you explain it to your understanding. Because apparently you probably didn't even graduate middle school. So that's what that is. Checks and balances is to actually stop any one party from becoming a communist party. That's what that's for. Okay, everybody has a job to do, and everybody needs to stay within that parameter.
What's the proof? You guys
It's in the Constitution, you fucking idiot. You just said it. You just said it.
Whoa,
Did you not just say it was in the Constitution? Did you not just read it to everybody?
You know it all.
But did you not just read it?
That's your comeback, really,
bro.
Dustin?
Did you not just read it? All right, let's talk. You want to talk like a man? Let's talk like a man. Let's talk like a man. Let's talk like a man.
No, I'm a reporter.
You're a what? You're a what? No, I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. Let's talk like men. If you know what that means, go ahead, talk.
So you guys everything. Everything about everything. Everything about you should know everything about it.
Excuse me. When you say you guys, who are you talking about? Hold on. Hold on. When you say you guys, what are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
No, everything.
You said myself and Diamond?
You know everything.
No, not everything. I can guarantee you I don't. But go ahead. Keep continue.
You said
no, I never said I know everything. I know for a fact I do not know everything.
I know for a fact that you
it's echoing again.
David.
Because you know here. But you're afraid of proof. You're afraid to, but you won't do it.
Dustin, you're putting words in people's mouth that
they're saying, Daisy, that they know the Constitution. And that's
what Daisy, I'm gonna drop down and find out what's going on, and I think Huppy's gonna come up. Okay. All right.
They want to say they know the Constitution, but they won't show proof. Why won't they show proof?
Because nobody's
hold on. Why can't you show me proof? What is with you?
Dustin, let me tell you something. I have done show after show.
Like you did, okay, like you did with the school. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. I'm not disowning it. Why can't you show me proof about stuff?
Of what? Of what?
Okay, you said the Constitution is a piece of shit. Show me why. Prove me why. Prove me why. Prove me wrong, Daisy.
About what?
You said the Constitution was a piece of shit.
I don't believe anything anymore.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Why? Show me why and prove me wrong.
Because Obama and all them did not go by the Constitution. They don't go by the Constitution.
That they didn't. Show me and prove me wrong. They didn't.
Okay.
Shut me up about it. Shut me up about it. Prove me wrong. Shove it in my face. Shove it down my throat.
Classic freedom of speech.
Okay.
Facebook. They tried
What about freedom of speech?
They tried to put freedom of speech. Biden tried to put the guy that owns Facebook in jail because he was
prove it. Show me proof. Where at? Where was it at? Show me.
Okay, let me go find it because
I want you to prove it.
Give me a minute and I'll find it. I played it on my live stream.
It better be from a news channel. I don't want no conspiracy theory website.
No, it's actually him saying it. Hang on, let me see if I.
What's his down my throat?
What's the guy that owns Facebook's name again?
Zuckerberg.
Hang on. Zuckerberg comes forward and talks about
Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment.
Let's see. He was talking about it. He came forward and talked about how Biden threatened him. Administration threatened him freedom of speech. I think he went on Joe Rogan's, if I'm not mistaken. I played it on here. He talked about how he was threatened with freedom of speech. I could actually go on my Facebook and hunt that up because I played it on here where he talked about it. He was literally threatened to be going to jail. They were going to put him in jail if he did not censor Trump.
And it's just like number one, RFK Jr. is telling kids to take liver oil and stuff. It's practically killing them. My sister did that to her daughter. She about fucking died because of RFK
From
Jr.
what?
saying liver oil about measles. Take liver oil. Take vitamin A. My sister's little kid, I'll prove it to you, about died from that because an asshole telling kids to take that stuff, Daisy. He's my niece about died. And I'll prove it to you. I will actually prove that to you. She about did.
Well,
listen, no, there's no well about this. There's no excuse for this. Okay? No excuse. I cannot believe people are listening to him and their kids are getting hurt and getting sick.
If I really wanted to go deep into this tonight, I would. Let me tell you that. Because I've already covered all this shit. That's why I don't want to argue about it so much. Because I've
just like debating with you. I'm not mad at you. I like debating with you.
I've talked about it a lot. Hang on, somebody sent me.
I love debating with you. It's fun.
Hey, I'm not in the argument mood tonight. I've argued with Jinkies enough, my sister.
Oh hell no! I'm not arguing with you. I'm debating with you. I like debating with you. It's fun.
I know, but I've debated with this so much with my cousin that we don't even talk much because of.
I ain't gonna ruin my friendship with you, Daisy. I don't give a shit what you believe. I just like debating with you. I like it. I think it's fun.
Zuckerberg.
Y'all need to debate once in a while. You know,
Thank
it's good
you,
for us.
Frankie. All right, hang on. Okay, here it is. Mark Zuckerberg says Meta was pressured by Biden administration to censor COVID-related content.
Yeah, content. COVID, yeah. I knew about that.
Why?
COVID. It was because they were spreading.
Also other stuff too.
Yeah, but supposedly they were spreading, I don't know, he said something about like misinformation about COVID
now,
or something.
Come on, that's freedom of speech. You can't do that.
Well, he can say that. I will agree in a way, Biden.
You can't go by terms.
Well, I understand. Hold on, Daisy. I agree. He shouldn't have done it. I think they should have went about it a different way, Biden and them about it. I think they kind of went way overboard on that one. I really do. I think they really did.
The only person I do trust.
But they wasn't censoring him free speech. They didn't say you can't have free speech.
Oh no, he was threatened. Also about Trump too. Yes, he was.
Well, I know FEMA. Hold on. What was the organization, Daisy? That was it FEMA? The workers said they couldn't. FEMA. They couldn't service Trump voters or whatever it was. Was that who it was? FEMA.
Oh yeah, FEMA was turning away people because they had Trump signs in their yard.
Now that right there, I will say this: that was wrong.
It's very wrong.
That was wrong.
Very wrong.
They should have just said, "Hey, who cares who you want to vote for? That's your right. You vote for whoever."
They're crazy.
You know,
a lot of them are.
I mean, me. Hey, I like to vote.
I don't like arguing with Democrats because.
Hey, watch it there. Hey, I don't like arguing with Republicans. How about that, Daisy? So we're even.
But the thing is, whatever's going to happen is biblical. It's going to happen. And the most important thing, in my opinion, that's happening now is that they're getting ready to build the temple in Israel. And when you see that temple built, you know the time is near.
What are you talking about? What?
The third temple.
Oh, the third temple. I mean, what temple are you talking about?
The third temple. Holy
so,
temple.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to make a good wager with you. So, all right. 6 months from now, all right, we're going to keep track, okay? So if Trump does good in 6 months, all right, you can shove it down my throat, whatever, okay? And I'll apologize. If Trump does not do good and screws everything up, you owe me an apology.
Okay.
All right, then.
That's the deal.
All right.
But I guarantee you won't. Hey, Mindy McGee.
But I will say this.
Marita has the same views that you do in some ways. And I love Marita, but we can't talk about Trump because, bottom line, Biden threatens Zuckerberg.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I can care less what does what with the president. As long as they don't really screw things up, I don't care. Do I really care, honestly, about...
I want you to look into the Earth thing. There is
I swear
so
to you,
much
the Earth is
evidence
round.
out
Daisy,
there.
the Earth is round.
The Earth is not round.
Daisy, the Earth is round.
I believe the Earth is flat. I do believe there is a space, but I think it's the space between the Earth and the firmament.
Daisy.
I think there is a space. Then why did Jacob see angels descending up and down ladders from
Daisy,
from
that was in the biblical times.
It does not matter. It says their water is in the heavens above.
Daisy, that's because they were in heaven.
When King Nebuchadnezzar turned into an animal, God made him an ox, an animal. It says that the dew from the heavens fell upon his head.
Heaven, up, heaven, where God is. That's heaven. Rain is the dew from heaven. Rain,
from heaven, right? And waters above us. We have waters above us, no outer space. Waters is above the firmament.
I get what you're saying, but I also can say that you might want to take your medicine.
No, I'm not. Because I'm telling you right now, that's my belief. And I'm sticking to it.
No, you're not. You're not sticking to it.
Yes, I am, because I do believe, honestly, I believe that the Earth is...
Okay, Daisy, the dew from heaven is rain.
Round disc.
Okay, the Earth is round.
It's a round disc.
It's a proven fact. The Earth is completely
not a round sphere. It's flat disc.
It's not flat.
It's very flat.
Daisy,
it's flat.
Does God say the Earth is flat?
It says the waters above the firmament. There is
hold on. In Genesis, does God actually state
earth from the waters of heaven? It's a glass firmament, and they have been trying to penetrate it. That's why I don't know what he's getting.
In Genesis, in the first chapter, does it really say the Earth is flat in the first chapter of Genesis?
It does.
I'm reading Genesis right now. I don't see it. I don't see it nowhere in Genesis saying the Earth is flat. Because I'm reading it right now.
What?
I don't see where in Genesis is God Himself says Earth is flat.
They say it's flat. It talks about the four corners of the earth. It
four
talks
corners.
about
the
waters in the heavens above and the waters below. That's why they say that the ocean has never been explored, because I believe the ocean connects with the ocean. I believe our ocean connects with the ocean of heaven.
Daisy,
there's no end to
there's no ocean in heaven, right?
There is ocean in heaven. What makes you think that there ain't an ocean in heaven?
God never said there was.
It says it in the Bible.
There is actually an ocean of gold.
Ocean of heaven. You don't believe there's water in heaven?
No. Why are you going to need water in heaven when you're dead?
I believe there's water. Everything that's on earth as in on earth as it is in heaven. I believe that heaven is a lot like earth. My opinion. I might be wrong.
Well, earth is a lot like heaven. God made it like that.
And even King David said, you make me lie down in green pastures and everything. So,
you know what the green pastures are, right?
Yeah. And guess what I was doing when I was talking to God and I was thanking Him, and that come to mind, you make me lay down in green pastures. Guess what I was laying down on? A green pasture. What do I have? Green pastures.
Yeah. Okay. That's what God was talking about.
Well, I also believe Jinky's rumor has it is a hussy. Do what?
What I said was.
How did this go from Delphi to debate politics?
I love debating with you. It's fun.
The thing is, I know you're a Trumper, or not a Trumper, but a Democrat.
I ain't really a Democrat. You can say I'm kind of in between. Depends on who's president.
Right.
That's really what I think.
That's something I try not to do, is argue with people about politics.
You're not arguing with me.
But I very much feel very strong about what's been going on with our country. I believe wholeheartedly God sent Trump to save our country. I know you don't believe that. I believe that because we were witnesses here, and that we felt something the night before he got shot. We felt like something was going to happen. We prayed for him, and I believe God saved him. Jinkies, you the one wanting him, not me. So wait and see. Everything's going to work out with Trump. And I hope JD Vance gets the next election. I hope that we keep a Christian person.
Well, we might be around if we don't get attacked by everybody, because Trump's pissing everybody off.
You're not going to get attacked by anybody.
Oh, well, he made Canada mad.
Here now,
and he's making Greenland mad. Now he wants to go with Putin. Who the hell wants to go with Putin?
Putin is one of the biggest, largest superpowers in the world.
But we have no business to be partners with him, Daisy.
Why not? Why not?
Well, because number one, he is ex-KGB spy, number one. Number two, nobody on this face of the earth can trust Putin. Not even Xi Jinping of China trusts him. He's even said that.
You trust China?
Number three, look what Putin is. He is a basic I don't know how you want to put it. He's like a dictator. Stalin was the last dictator of Russia. There's no other dictators except, Kim Jong-un, but he's an idiot. But I mean, Trump is just acting just like what Russia's doing. A dictator. That's not what the United States was here for. Not to be a dictatorship. No, I don't think you want to be a dictator.
I would rather be friends with a superpower like Russia.
Russia is no longer a superpower. That's a fact.
China, because China's.
I'd rather be friends with China because they are a superpower, and Russia is not. That's a fact. They really
I'd
are.
rather be friends with someone that believes in the Lord and say.
I think we should be friends with Kim Jong-un because we could have been best friends with him. He could have helped us out a lot over there.
That's North Korea. He's crazy.
And Putin ain't.
He'd have us all put to death.
And Putin wouldn't?
No, because he supports Christianity.
If he does, why are Christians afraid of being Christians over there? I know some.
He's made it safe. Now, see, that's where you got your facts wrong.
Well, I do.
He's made it safe for Christians to be over there.
I know missionaries over there.
They're not allowed to be persecuted over there.
Well, no, I think
not at all. No.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm telling you right now.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Are you positive?
On the news. Yes, I promise.
I know. I thought he went against the truth or
the United States. We are one of the biggest superpowers in the world, but we have become the weakest because of our government and because of our leadership.
That has something to do with the military.
Going to put us back in that superpower. He is a no nonsense. Sometimes you need somebody to come in and say, "Hey, I'm not taking your shit no more. We're a badass country, and if you don't go by our rules, then you don't go."
And know what? Here's how I'm going to put this. If we get attacked by 3 countries and Trump draws us out of NATO, we ain't going to have no allies left, Daisy, to help defend us. We cannot take on.
We don't need an ally. We can hold our own.
No, you cannot with China.
Yes, we can.
No, they have more ground troops than we do.
We got more badass things than they do.
We may have that, but the truth matters, Daisy. We cannot defend China all on our own. That's impossible.
Let me tell you something. King David did it.
That's biblical times. Reality.
When
this
you have God on your side, you can do anything.
God, yeah, but God is not going to protect everybody.
With God, even though we've got some crazy ass people out here trying to twist things around, a majority of the United States of America is Christians.
I think you're kind of wrong on that. They just came out with the statistics. It's dropped quite a bit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah,
drug
last
dropping
year.
because
Last
of
year. I don't know about this year. I don't know what it is this year. They haven't come
a
out
lot
with
of
it.
people are turning away from God, and that's going to be their downfall. They think that they are their own gods.
Here's how I could put this: the MAGA people think that everybody's stupid and don't know nothing. That's
No,
really
we don't.
that's really how
That's
they look at
your
it.
misconception.
It's not a
We
misconception,
do
Dixie.
not
It's
think
really
that.
true.
We do
See,
not.
well, here's how I put this. Some do, and it's like, okay, they don't believe in the news. If they don't believe in the news, then why are they believing in Fox News then? If they don't believe in other news stations and they want to believe in Fox News, it's a news
Because
station.
CNN is a joke.
How? Okay, hold on. But Fox News, get it? Fox News? It's a
No,
news station.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you should get it because CNN's news,
I don't watch
MSNBC's
any of them.
news,
I don't watch
and
Fox.
Fox's news. If you hate those,
Any of them.
you should hate Fox News. It's news.
I don't
It's
like.
news. You should
They
hate
twist
them because
things
you hate the
around.
others.
They are very manipulated by the
So,
government
okay.
and society.
How can you say that Fox News is the best one ever?
I never said Fox News is, did
I'm
I?
not saying you.
But
Not
I
included.
never think. I don't think they are at all because they're all about this agenda crap that they're pushing, trying to push down our throats. And
Here's how I could put this: transgender people have the same rights as we do. There's nothing different, Daisy. You should not. You're not here to judge on Earth. That's not
nobody
your
now,
job.
are we?
You.
Did I say I was judging?
I'm not
But
saying
should
you.
it be forced down?
They shouldn't force it. No, I
Answer me
mean,
that question.
here's how I
Us
could put this.
Christian
I
as
don't
freedom
care
of
if you.
religion,
I don't
should
care if
we
you're
be
gay,
forced? Should our children go to school and
Daisy.
be forced to do something that we do not believe in?
I've never in my life ever heard of a school forcing stuff like that. My kid goes
Oh,
to school.
okay,
She's
and
not being forced.
okay,
Daisy,
and they're
she's
not
not being
going into
forced.
children's schools, and they're not
Daisy, Daisy.
teaching them about this, or having
No,
transgender
Daisy,
people come into schools
Daisy.
and teach.
I have a 12
Oh
year old.
yes, oh yes,
Daisy,
they are.
Daisy. I will prove it to you up here. They
You
don't
just
do that.
see they're putting kitty litter boxes in the damn bathrooms.
That was in California,
Okay,
Daisy.
what about sports? Do you think that it's okay for a physically born man-made, a man built and structured by God who is very strong and very stout to compete in sports with young girls? Do you think that's okay and fair?
Do I honestly think that? Really honestly.
Honestly,
It's
tell
kind of,
your own.
I mean,
No, it's not. It's
I don't
not
know,
fair. A
Daisy.
biological man is by far stronger and
Wait,
more
okay, hold on.
stout
So you mean
than
he was
girls.
born, hold on, he was born with a penis and everything, right? Born with everything like a man, right?
Testosterone, all of it. Yes.
Okay. And then he got a sex change. And then he turned into a
That or
woman.
he kept his sex.
Hold on,
Either
I'm saying
either
this.
one.
So
Either one.
if he
Either
was
one.
born a man and had a penis and everything, they had sex change and turned completely into a woman. No, I don't agree with that. But hold on, there is some kids, and this is the truth. You may not agree that don't really they have both parts. It's called heterosexual. It is
It's
true.
very rare.
It's very rare. But see that one, if they're born like that, then that's 50-50. Now
That's a different story.
that's a different story. Now, if it's a man, like you said, born with all the parts of a man and turned into a woman, no, I don't think
Not
so.
fair,
I don't
Dustin.
think so. I really don't. Now, if it's a woman born as a girl, has the body parts of a woman, and she got a sex change, turned into a man, I don't think they should play in boys either. No. Because they are really identified as a woman. They are. I agree with that. I agree with
Do
this.
I think that a transgender person should have every right and not be bullied? Absolutely. Would I tell a transgender person they're going to hell? Absolutely not. That's between them and God.
That's how I see it. Yeah. Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, when they go into schools and they try to force it on children, that's a whole different ball game.
I know some states do it, but they don't do it here, as far as I know. They don't. I mean, they
And
might in some other states, but I've never known them to do it here because my daughter would have told me she would have, but I've never ever heard anything like
and
that being done up
forcing
here.
somebody to call another child a girl or a boy when they know that they're a boy, and forcing them to they'll get in trouble if they don't call them that. That right there is not right either. I don't think.
I think
That is our religious belief as a Christian that we should not be forced to feed into that. That
okay.
is
So I'm
in
gonna okay. I'll
our
take
religion, my religion anyway.
okay. I'm gonna take for instance. You had Diamond. I was telling Diamond to prove to me where it said in the Constitution of the United States where it says anything about being Nazis and whatever. That there is checks and balances in the Constitution. Now, people may disagree with me, but I will grab it right now. I'll put it on here and I will lay it out plain as can be. It does not say nothing at all about that in the Constitution of the United States. Now, to me,
what?
About having checks and balances with Trump, it does say that. It says everything about that in the Constitution. It's laid out black and white. And it's approved. It's right there. Now, if you're saying our forefathers were high or drunk at the time, fine, okay. Or they may have been stupid, but they put it in there for a reason. That is for a reason. It's called power grab. Okay. Now, to me, I'm all about show me the proof. When people want to tell me, oh, well, it's in there, and you cannot show me the actual physical proof where it says anything about Nazism or whatever, like they said, then that's telling me they're scared, they don't want to show it or something. Because why would they not want to show it on here? I mean, explain that. If it's me, I'll show it right now. I'll be glad to show it. It says nothing like that about Nazism. It has nothing to do with that in the Constitution. There's nothing in there in the Bill of Rights.
Let me ask you this.
Nothing.
So
nothing.
why is it fair for them to totally blackball Roseanne Barr because she's a Trump supporter for something that she said that didn't even really mean anything, but yet Kanye can spit
Oh God, Kanye's a nut.
And all kinds of racism against white folks, and nothing has ever been said about
You didn't
him.
hear what he said earlier about what was it?
Why is it okay for Kanye and all them to get away with all that, but
Because
somebody
some
like
people
gets blackballed?
Because okay, to me, I put it like this. You know, I will never stop talking to you because you like Trump. It ain't matter to me,
I
Daisy.
know.
I will always talk to you.
I don't care about that
I
stuff.
I'm saying this. That's what people say. They're so upset about Trump. They're so mad. It's like this. No, hold on. We have the right to vote for him. That's our right.
You have the right to vote for whoever you want to vote.
Yes, exactly. Okay. We may not like it, but does not give us the right to hurt people. It doesn't give us the right to threat people for it. It doesn't give us a right to, like they're doing with Tesla. Okay, hold on, let me talk. Yeah, we may not like Elon, some of us. We may hate what he's doing. It is what it is. But that does not give us a right to give him death threats. Does not give us a right to sit there and threaten him and his family or his co-workers or whatever. It doesn't give us a right to plant bombs like they did. It was at one of his dealerships. It doesn't give nobody a right to do none of that. If they don't like it, okay, fine, protest. That's all right. But don't threaten people. Don't attack people. Just because you hate somebody they voted for. Okay, well, we voted for Biden. People hated Biden. You didn't see that. You didn't see that in the streets. You didn't see that.
Yes, you did too.
No, well, no.
You're seeing it now, except they hard violent people to do it.
Well, what I'm saying is okay.
Who do you think funds Antifa?
Well, here's what I say about Roseanne Barr. It's the reason they did what they did to her because people didn't like Trump. They hated him. Okay, but that doesn't give them the right to do that. It does not give them the right.
When you've got Kanye out here doing his shit and not a peep. Does I hear
I'm going to sit here and threaten you and threaten to kill you or something just because you like Trump? Okay, so what? You're still my friend on here. I'll still talk to you.
No, I know that. I'm just saying.
I mean, but that's what they did with Roseanne Barr. You didn't hear the whole thing. They did threaten somebody. I don't know what they did. They threatened to actually seriously find her, track her, and kill her because she liked Trump. Now that's what I call a little wacko. I'm sorry about that, but they did threaten her like that too.
It's because she.
Yeah, but they also threatened her too like that. And I'm going, seriously?
Yeah. And she's got a podcast now, so
I'm like, to me, people
That show
take it
went off
way.
anyway. She left, so
They take it way overboard. Yeah, I may sit here and argue with you, debate with you, but okay, that's what the point of it is. Okay,
yeah.
that's the
But
point.
it is a
It's
point. But
agree and
it's not
disagree.
worth
That's the
arguing
point.
about because it is what it is.
That's what
What's
it
going to
is.
happen is going to happen.
But some
And
people
when
take
you
it too
see the
far.
third temple go up in Israel, then you will know that the end is near.
I may sit here and call you a little wacko, but it's all fun games.
No, lots of people give me hell over the earth thing,
Nah,
but I
I
believe
give
what
you
I
shit because
believe.
I like to. I like to annoy you, and I think it's funny
I
because you
believe
give
that
it right back.
and I don't try to force it down people. If they don't believe the world is flat, then that's on them. But I believe in my heart that I believe it makes perfect sense. Everything makes perfect sense with the earth being flat.
Here's how I could
I was
put it.
always
If
confused before, and now I'm not because
I,
they've never
okay,
got
now
people.
that one I will really hardly debate with you hard on that one. That the Earth is round, Daisy. Okay, it's round. It's not
I
flat.
understand.
But you want to believe it's flat? Fine, whatever.
David
I'm going to say
said,
this. I'm going to tell you this. The only thing I could tell you is that I say, I don't know how, okay, some people want to sit and say they are, upset about way people voted, right? Or they're upset by what people believe in. Like, okay, people say, well, I believe in the devil. I worship the devil. I know people that do. I'm like, okay, that's you. They never bring it on to me. They never shove it down my throat, right? They don't talk about it
right,
around me or anything like that. But
right.
when they go around some of my other people I know, oh my God, it's like they want to take a shovel and beat them in the head
For what?
because they know they worship the devil. I'm like, so what? That's their
Well, you
right.
pray
They
for
can do
people
it.
like that.
Well,
You
it's like
pray
they
for
have a right
people
to.
that does that. You never want to hurt somebody that does it. In fact,
That's
it's
what
the
I'm
other way
saying.
around.
Here's how I
They
put
want
this.
to hurt
It's
us.
gone way too far with the riots, with the vandalism, with Elon
And
and
the
stuff.
politics.
If they want to get rid of people, let Congress and let the government handle it. Don't go beyond, you know, doing stupid shit, and being an idiot or a
I've never done
jackass.
that. I'll tell you what, I cried when that happened to Trump when Biden stole the election. I cried and the Lord came to me and he showed me everything was going to be okay. I seen him with my own eyes and I don't care who believes it. I know what I seen and I know that the Lord came to me in the sky. I seen the Lord with my own eyes and nobody will ever make me think differently. So I know everything's going to be okay. Everything is God's plan. And that's all I can say. If Trump is not good for us, we'll find out. If Elon's
That's
not good
true.
for us, we'll find out.
Let me ask you though. Let me ask you this though. Do you think that we should um, get rid of freedom of religion?
No.
Okay, hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Because who was it? It was one senator. You have to look this up. One senator or somebody said it. They want to ban or get rid of freedom of religion and speech in the Constitution. They want to get rid of it.
No, I don't
They
think
want
so.
to lay out in there exactly what we can say and can't say and do.
Exactly. That's what
I'm
Biden
going.
tried to do.
I'm like, I think that'll be a little hard to do. I don't think anybody's
They
going to
will
go along with that.
never make me give up my religion.
I
Ever.
don't know who said it. It was some. I think it was like some independent senator or somebody that was running. He said something like that, and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Oh my God, the people in the town hall, Daisy, seriously about threw chairs at him.
To be honest with you, I don't believe they should give up freedom of religion at all. No matter what religion it is, I believe strongly in my religion, but no, absolutely not.
Why not? Why shouldn't they?
Because that's our freedom.
Bingo.
It's part of our freedom.
But you have to understand, though, too, that a lot of people, the reason they're mad at Trump is because there is checks and balances in there, but he is going above and beyond what they're in there for. And a lot of people are mad because
And
they're
you think
like,
we're
well,
not mad that our money has been stolen by these thieves?
if there is, it's like what Congress said. Okay, show us the proof. Where's the proof?
They've showed all the proof.
Elon hasn't gone to Congress. Elon has not showed up in Congress, in the House or the Senate, and showed it and said, okay, here it is. Here's what I found. Here's where it's at. Here's how much it is. And stuff. And that's why, well, Elon, and the reason people are mad at Elon is because they did not vote for Elon. That's how people feel. They feel like we voted for Trump. We did not vote for Elon to do this.
Yeah,
we like my grandparents worrying, next month, are they going to get Social Security? Yeah, Trump could say he ain't going to do nothing. Okay. But when you got Elon on national TV saying it's a Ponzi scheme out of his own mouth. My grandparents worked 55 years, Daisy, for that money.
And how much of his money was that stolen from him, from those people that ran our country?
There was no money at all stolen on Social Security from
that is bullshit. They have found billions of dollars being stolen.
People pay into it.
They have found people that is over 120 years old still drawing Social Security.
You want to know why they have that? No, there was proof shown on TV. That's a lie. There was never anybody like that drawing money out of there. That's a flat lie.
Okay.
They showed it and they proved it. They actually proved it on YouTube, on news and everything.
Who did? Who proved that? Who proved
news
that?
Stations. Look it up on any news station.
Oh yeah, CNN, right? We're supposed to
not CNN. I don't know. All of them, even local news.
Yes, they're not all run by a syndicate. They're not all run by.
What's so great about Fox
33
News?
degrees. They're all Freemasons.
Daisy, news is news. When you have a reporter in the president of the United States,
I'm not saying all the stations are. I'm saying the big ones.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up and I'll show you. Why is it that our president of the United States of America, when a reporter asks him, why do you think tariffs are paid by other countries? And he doesn't answer him at all, avoids the question.
You don't like the news people.
No, it's not that. Because Trump
doesn't. There is certain news people that he will not talk to.
Don't matter. He should have answered it.
Well, he don't want to. And he's the
president.
president.
He said, okay, well, this is why I believe it. Well, people don't like it. People don't like it. Okay. You should at least answer it.
He's made it very clear that he does not like CNN and other news stations. Because they're rude, obnoxious, and they make up shit all the time on him. These people are vultures out here.
If they made stuff up about Trump and everything, then okay, fine. They did. That's their business. But what I'm saying is, when a reporter in the White House asks Trump that, he ignores it. That's not how that's not how a president should act.
Well, neither is how a president.
It doesn't matter whether you like him or not, Daisy. That's unprofessional.
And you think Biden wasn't unprofessional?
Biden answered all reporters. I'll go back and show you.
He could barely answer. He could barely answer. Hello, how are you?
Trump and Biden only a couple of years apart. There's no difference between them.
No, there is.
No, there ain't.
Biden has got dementia, in my opinion. Biden was not running our country. Our country was being run by Obama, Pelosi.
How was Pelosi and Obama running the country, Daisy?
Oh my God, you think they weren't?
Oh, no.
Why were they collecting billions of dollars then?
Can you prove it?
Oh yeah.
Can you actually physically show proof without a doubt?
What? She got $200 million off the government?
Okay, hold on. So you can tell me, you can show me without a reason of a doubt that they were collecting money, complete money from the government. They were running it. You can prove that without a doubt.
Yes.
Really, Daisy? Because that's a little hard to believe.
Really, I can.
Because last time I checked,
Michelle
that's not how our
Obama,
country runs, Daisy.
Obama, all of them was getting a kickback. They were even paying Whoopi Goldberg to promote them.
How is Whoopi Goldberg?
She got millions of dollars to promote them.
So if you ask her, she'll tell you yes.
Yeah, she'd have to if they got.
I would not. I would seriously doubt she looked at
You
it
don't
going,
think
really?
that her agenda is not? You really think that she didn't go hard after Trump for any reason? They were all getting paid. Kamala Harris paid a Satan worshiper, Beyonce Knowles, to come sing her.
Beyonce Knowles is a Satan worshiper, huh?
She is
That is a
yes.
that's a new one. I
She
never
has
heard that one
admitted
before.
that she thinks she's a goddess, a witch.
She is
Yes,
not a
she has.
goddess. What,
She even
Daisy?
sings about it. Yeah, an African witch.
Daisy?
You want me to show you proof that in her song where she says
What
she's that
song?
African witch?
What song? Which one is it?
It's one of her songs that she's called it. What is that witch
She's
called?
had so many songs out. You got to tell me which one.
What is it? Ashum, the witch. Ashum.
No, that one is an African song, Daisy.
No, she says she is Ashum. People has okay, Dustin. If you think that Beyonce and Jay-Z ain't into that shit, then why are they hanging with Abrima Abramovich?
Who?
All of them hangs. She's a witch. Go look her up. She does spirit cooking. They're all hang out with her.
I don't care who they hang out with. I don't care if she's a devil worshiper.
Oh,
okay.
Devil worshippers. They sacrifice children and drink their blood. Adrenochrome. Look it up.
That's their own business. Let them do it. Fine.
No, it ain't. That's our business because 100 millions of children in the United States is going missing for these mofos that's paying to have these children. You don't even look up.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. You're telling me that women or girls, young kids, are being trafficked for blood drinkers of vampires?
Yes. Yup. And I've got a moderator that is a victim of human trafficking that had that same thing happen to her from the rich.
Well, there are some weird people out there.
An Indian child, and she was took by the CPS from New York and sent to Australia, where she was sold into trafficking, where they did satanic rituals, and they eat the children, they drank their blood, they raped them, they killed them. She's got a horrific story. You should go back on my live streams and listen to her story about what happened to her.
Well, there are some wackos out there. I wouldn't doubt it. There's some weirdos.
They're all into it. There's thousands of stories of survivors.
Daisy, I seriously would not doubt it because there's some perverted idiots out there that do.
They're rich and they are perverted and they drink the blood of children.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you read the Epstein files? Did you read the Epstein files?
No.
You didn't read it? Read them. Oh my God, Daisy, you gotta look at them. You trust. Listen, you're gonna find something in there. You'll be like, holy crap!
Your eyes will be open, Dustin. The Red Shoe Club.
No, read the Epstein files. You always read it. I'm being serious.
What does it have on it? I've watched every bit of it.
No, you gotta read the files. They released his files about he kept a log of stuff. You ought read it. You know how he said there was vampires and stuff, right?
They're not vampires. They think they're vampires.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Read those documents. Hold on. Read those documents and trust me, you'll have all the proof in the world.
Well, it says in the Bible that when you kill an animal for food, you're to drain the blood because the blood is what gives the animal life. What does the devil do? He goes against God and everything he stands for. So what is more innocent on this earth? What kind of blood? Children's blood. So when
that's what I'm saying, Daisy. Daisy. That's what I'm saying about the Epstein documents. He kept a log, Epstein did, about everywhere he went. And you know how you said that these traffickers, which I'm not disagreeing with you. There's some, like I said, perverted weirdos out there that'll do shit like that. Read his log. Read those documents. Trust me. You have all the proof in the whole fucking world. If somebody said something,
I know about Epstein. I already know.
No. Read these files because they didn't come out with all of them until just recently. They came out with the whole kit and caboodle, and oh my God. Wow. That dude.
You should have watched the Fall of the Cabal. It was a 3-hour series of nothing but exposing these Hollywood elites. And when
that's what I'm saying. That's what Epstein is doing.
It was so bad. It was so traumatizing. I could not finish it.
Daisy, that's what Epstein was involved in. Listen to me.
I know.
These
I know what he
documents.
was.
No,
So
well, these documents. I swear to God, I thought the dude was. I thought they were thinking he was this perverted idiot wacko, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's way
Yeah,
beyond that.
he was doing what I told you. The
Oh,
hunting
the
party.
dude was, no, he was doing more, way more. Oh,
Oh yeah. It's
I'm
sick.
sitting there going, and you release this to the public? I'm like, seriously?
Oh, wait till P. Diddy's things come out. It's going to be worse
You
because
think he did it? You think P Diddy
animals
is really what
involved,
they're saying?
everything.
You really think P Diddy is what they're saying he is?
Absolutely. And
I
worse.
don't know. That's a big if.
He is a monster.
Yeah.
Look up Allie Carter. She's a
Yeah,
big
yeah, that video that showed of him grabbing her by the hair.
who,
Was that
Allie
her?
Carter?
Yeah, wasn't that
That was
her?
Cassie.
That was
That was
who?
Cassie. Cassie was his ex-girlfriend. Allie
That's the one in
Carter
the video?
was a young girl who was a victim of him. She said they would take children and put them on tables, and they were party favors, and each celebrity could come in, pick a child on that table. She was one of those children that were picked, and they did whatever they wanted to do to those children. And then they put the children back on the table, and the next celebrity would pick the child and do what they wanted to do. She talked
But you
about
really think that he did stuff like that, though? P Diddy, you really think
yes, he did. He raped Justin Bieber.
Who?
Right? He raped Justin Bieber and he raped Usher. He's
But what did Justin Bieber have to do with it?
He was a young 15-year-old boy.
He was signed to P Diddy's record label?
Yes, he
Oh, I
was.
didn't know that.
Usher. He was signed to Usher. Usher had custody of him, and he let him go with Diddy for a few at those parties and shit. And they brutally.
I didn't know Justin Bieber has something to do with P Diddy. Huh, that's news.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know
did
that.
Usher. P Diddy give Usher herpes.
What? Usher has herpes.
They have all kinds of venereal disease. They mess with animals and everything.
Thanks for ruining my dinner tomorrow,
They're
Daisy.
nasty, Dustin. Look into
I
all that.
believe you. I'm not disagreeing with
Your
you.
eyes open.
Now, let me
Look up
put it like this.
adrenochrome. Look up adrenochrome.
I think, honestly, when I read those Epstein documents, when I read those Epstein documents, I'm sitting there going, okay, well, this ain't bad. He's like documenting when he goes around the world and it started getting a little bit more darker. I'm like, oh my God. That dude was way off. He was off the charts. I cannot believe somebody with his wealth, Daisy, would sell children.
Because that's a high market for it.
Yeah, but I mean, really, what the hell? Well, I mean,
they give millions of dollars for this stuff.
That's
Why do you
just
think?
gross.
Listen, have you ever watched that movie Hostel?
Hostel. Yeah.
Okay, you think that movie was not based off of what they do to children? The movie Hostel is about them kidnapping 2 young girls.
Oh yeah, the one overseas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have their religion is they have to tell us. They have to put it in our faces. And they're telling us that that's the shit that they're doing. Except it's with children instead of teenagers and
now
stuff.
that stuff is real. What's in Hostel?
It's real. It's absolutely real. Yeah. And a lot of these movies we watch, how do we know they're not snuff movies?
What's a snuff movie?
A snuff movie is when they get in there and they actually do unalive a person in that movie.
Seriously?
Yes. Look it up.
They still have those?
Yeah.
I don't want to
believe wholeheartedly that the movie The Human Centipede is a snuff movie. I really believe that.
Really?
Have you ever watched it? It's a horrible movie. I wouldn't watch it. But I do believe it is a snuff movie. I think it was real. And it's the most creepiest movie. I'll never want to watch it.
So you think, Hostel, the movie Hostel, you seen 1 and 2, or you saw the first one, right? They came out with the second one. And at the end of it, it shows, I think, one of the kids escaped or something. And then they came back and asked Tarantino, they said, is that real? Was that based? He said, it's based on facts that we know of what happens over there.
Because they're doing that shit. That's
yeah,
what
he
they
said.
do.
He said that's what they're doing, and what they were told. He said, yeah, he said, that stuff does happen overseas more than what you think. He said, you'd be very surprised what happens over there. He said,
Middle
it's
East my ass. That's happening in the United States of America.
What was that one? What's the movie, Daisy, with the man and woman gets caught in the hotel and they were making snuff movies? What was that one? That's based on a true story. What's the name of it?
I don't know. I'm not for that one.
It's okay. This man and woman was driving and they broke down and they pulled into this hotel out in the middle, like in the country, down in the south.
Yeah.
And this owner of the hotel put them up in the room. Well, come to find out, that they were making snuff films. They saw cameras like in the vents and like, in the ducking or whatever. And so they were coming after them, trying to kill them or torture them to make the movies. Well, the man gets hurt but doesn't die. The woman kills all three of them, survives it. The husband or whatever hers lives.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and made this movie based off of their experience. It happened in Virginia or somewhere, like not in Kentucky, like really deep south, like Mississippi or something like that. Oh yeah, it was wow. It was like gruesome, but it was a real thing. And they said at the end, this does happen in the world, not just overseas, but in the world, in the United States. Yeah, but you're never going to stop it, Daisy.
No, but they can actually slow down if they get these
slow down.
Bastards that's purchasing these kids.
Let me tell you this. Back in the
30s, celebrities like Tom Hanks and all them that does this shit. Okay, Isaac Cappy was an actor and an actress.
I know who that was. Yeah.
Okay? He came out and told how he was in Seth Green's mansion and Seth Green took him to a secret room and he said, "This is where we keep the children." Okay. So what they do is they get these children, they have their parties, and then they do their ways, whatever they want to do with these children. They pay big money. And he exposed Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, and a whole bunch more, Oprah, and all of them being a part of it. And guess what happened to him? Well, a week before he died, Tom Hanks tweeted that there would be roadkill at Route 66 where he died. And guess what? He allegedly committed suicide and jumped off a bridge there, supposedly. They killed him, in my opinion.
Back in the old days, you never hear anything about all this stuff. You know that?
It was happening back in the old days. That's when it was happening the most. We just didn't know it. All this stuff's been going on for years.
I mean, if you read back in history, like in the 20s, 1800s, and the 20s, you never hear about any of this stuff, these crimes that happen now back then. You don't really hear about it.
It happened in the 70s and stuff because
that I would believe.
Of that stuff.
I believe that.
Many victims, people come forward that happened to them in the 70s. One woman said that it was a highly political party that took her. She was 9 years old and she was strapped to a bloody wood thing that they had killed other children on for hours, and this political man came and took her out of there and took her to another country and saved her life, because after you get a certain age they unalive children because
do you think we can stop this stuff? Do you think we can actually stop
it? There's a big fight against it, and I think Trump is against it. There's more and more people coming against it and fighting, and more and more of that stuff is getting exposed, and the more that we talk about it, the more we bring it to the attention of the American people that this is what
but I don't think you're going to completely stop it though, Daisy. I mean, there's too many of those wackos out there.
Even if you saved one child?
Oh yeah, that matters. Yeah.
From this horrific thing. They have found children in tunnels and caves.
Here's how I put this. How bad is it, Daisy, that you have to teach your kids how to defend themselves at a young age? I mean, that's pretty damn bad.
You keep your children. Listen, they're coming up in broad daylight, stealing children in broad daylight, right out of the parents' hands. They steal them. I mean, look at there's a case right now that I've covered that I truly believe that the little boy become a victim of trafficking. I think the neighbor stole him, and I think they trafficked him, and he died.
Sebastian, that Sebastian one.
No, it's a different one,
What
and
happened to him?
I think he ran away. I think he
Really?
eloped. Yeah, I think he got lost. I think he eloped and got lost because there's a video of him that's
Was he a little
actually
young to get married?
he didn't get married. When a child, when an autistic child elopes, that means they run off. And
Oh. He was
yeah,
autistic. I haven't kept up much on it. So, what
but I
family is the
think,
one that you know? Which one is it that you know?
huh?
What family of the is that? The
I
family
don't
you
want to
know?
say because the mother could be listening, and I don't want to.
It's a girl. That young girl. Well, I mean,
No, it
people
was a
search.
boy. It's a boy.
Oh, dang it, Daisy! You told me before. I'm not
Michael.
gonna say that. I'm not gonna say, but I can't remember now. Crap. Did they
I
ever
think
find him?
the neighbors did. No, the
So what
neighbor.
happened to him?
So the neighbor picked him up allegedly at the neighbor picked him up at the splash pad and took him to uh picked him up at the splash pad, and I don't know what happened, but I know that he admitted to uh burying a plastic bag in the backyard. They said but I think they took off and left after they got him and stayed gone for
But they
hours.
haven't said much about it. So I mean, it's not too far from
Well,
you.
they don't have enough evidence because he backtracked after he told the law enforcement that they buried him. He backtracked and said that was he
That's
was.
the one that old Bullhorn Betty was after real hard on that family. I know
No,
who it is now. Yeah. But she was really dogging that family bad.
no,
Yeah.
that's Sebastian.
No,
She's
it was this family too. The one you know. She was dogging him too
I don't
for a while
know.
until she found out that it wasn't the family because she always thought it was the family. Yeah. Then she realized, oh, wait a minute. Okay, it's not the family. But
Yeah,
nobody's ever brought it up. There hasn't been no mention of it or nothing.
yeah, there has been here lately. He's yeah, it's bad. But the thing
Have
is,
they found a body or anything?
they found evidence that he was buried in the backyard.
What the hell happened? They dug him up and moved him?
Yes.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, there was four people involved in that, and the cadaver dog picked up the scent in the back of one of the guy Brandon's backyard of his mother's backyard too.
Yeah.
And I
Where
think
do they think they put him?
I don't know. They don't know, but
That's a
Brandy's
lot of woods.
mother picked.
So you really think that Sebastian Rogers just up and left and skipped town?
There's a video of somebody that night running around, and it looked like to me that it was Sebastian running around, and I think he jumped in the back of somebody's truck and took out of there. And I think he got lost among. I think they'll find him in a couple years. I think he's lost somewhere.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he's
he's actually
autistic. How
roaming.
bad is he autistic though? He's like really.
He's high functioning, but I don't know.
You think somebody picked him up?
I think that he wandered off. I think he jumped in somebody's back of their truck or back of their car. I think he got out of there somehow, some way, and met somebody, maybe not the right person. I don't believe the parents did anything to him. That's my
Well, they've
opinion.
been cleared. The police said they're absolutely 100% clear.
Yeah, but YouTube is
No, YouTube's YouTube. People want to have their own little thing until they really know the facts. And that's the thing about true crime people. They kind of get overwhelmed and like, okay, yeah, I'm about got it. And then next thing you know, there you go. They're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have the answer I thought I did.
yeah.
I mean,
I
the
don't
true
know. I
crime
hate
is
to say that because I don't know for true if that's what happened.
when I
But
would cover something like that, I would say, okay, I'm doing my research first and really know the facts. I would prove the facts and I would prove the fiction. I would try to do both. That's what I would do.
yeah, for sure.
I would say, okay, here's the facts, the actual facts. Okay, well, here's the untruth or the lies that have been going on, so you know what's what.
Yeah.
Put them two side by side, And that's the thing with Sebastian Rogers. A lot of people are just blowing it way out of proportion.
Oh yeah, they've took that poor kid's case and
God,
ran it into
yes,
the
they like ran
ground.
into the ground.
Yeah, they
One
had
lady on YouTube, Daisy, was blaming the mom for
Bullhorn
she
Betty. They got
she
charges on her for
yeah,
harassment.
Bullhorn Betty was blaming the mom
Mm.
for giving the dad drugs, knocking him out, taking Sebastian, hiding him somewhere, and using him for ransom money. I'm going, that made no sense, Bullhorn Betty.
They're
That made no
loaded.
sense. I'm like,
Nowadays, the flashlight video is of two people coming from his house. Them
so wait a
going.
minute, who has charges on
Oh,
Betty?
it's a different video, Spike's World. It's a different one, not the flashlight video. They found a new video.
Hey,
Um,
Daisy.
huh?
So what charges does Betty have on her?
Stalking, I think, and harassment.
Are they still going on with it?
Yes, it keeps getting postponed,
Why?
and she keeps breaking the restraining order.
Well, she's on YouTube. They can't do nothing on YouTube.
Yeah, she wasn't allowed to talk about it on YouTube, and
Oh,
she did.
really?
Yep,
Ooh. So why don't they do something?
they're going to when she goes to court. She gonna go to jail for a while, I believe.
Yeah, unless she
She's
just
been
decides to
raising
postpone it.
money though. She's been raising money for a lawyer off YouTube. So,
What?
oh, maybe she will, maybe she won't.
You think? Okay, let me ask you an honest opinion about her. Do you like her or not?
Bullhorn Betty.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Bullhorn Betty. I think she could be good if she would stop
Tone it
blaming
down.
the parents and tone it down.
Yeah.
Do I dislike her? No.
I
Um,
dislike some things she says. I don't, as a person,
I
I
dislike
don't
some of the
really.
things she does. Yes.
Yeah. I think she, like you said, she needs to tone it down and kind of watch what she says.
And quit blaming the parents of stuff that
Yeah,
she
she
knows
takes
nothing
it too
about.
far. And that's how I put
Yeah.
it. She just
And
like, she's,
it's
I don't
like,
know.
and this really upset me, is she had all this hoo ha going on about uh that little Simon boy. Y'all seen her down there,
Yeah, I saw her. Yeah.
$1,000 given to them all. And then when the trial comes, she's in this Sebastian Rogers case, and it's a high profile, and she doesn't even cover the little Simon case because it's not popular no more.
You know, she makes her
That
money just off of YouTube. You know that?
Huh?
Bullhorn Betty makes all her money off of YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
But how does she? She don't even have that many followers. She ain't making that
Yeah,
much
she
money.
does. She keeps quite a bit.
30,000.
I don't know if she's got that. Yeah, but it doesn't matter how many you got. It's the people who support you.
Oh yeah. People give her a lot of money though.
Maybe yeah.
I saw one lady when I was on there one time. Daisy gave her $300.
Oh, I've seen them give her thousands of dollars before, especially during the Simon case.
Really?
Yeah, and it like I do believe she is passionate about a lot of things, but I just think that she could handle it differently. Like I can't say I don't like her because I do like her to a certain extent.
Yeah. I like
I
some of
just
it.
think she's
It's like
very
this. We're
passionate.
trying to go on there like me and you. We'll have our debates like tonight, right? We'll fuss and fight, but hey, it's all good, right? I
Right.
try to do that with
And I'll
her.
tell you one creator I don't like.
Who?
He's run that, and that's because he's harassed me. I ain't gonna say his name,
Oh, just who?
but he's another one that runs that case into the ground too.
Give me the first letter of his name.
Jay. And he has a monkey.
He has a what?
A monkey.
Oh, I think I might know who it is. I think I saw his.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I don't hate him, but I dislike him because of the things that he did.
Well, like I said, me and you, we may fuss and fight, but it's all good. You know, we're still okay. But I would try to do the same with Horn Bay. I try to go in there one day just to debate with her. You know, nothing personal like me. It ain't personal. But you know what? She took it so personal. Oh my God.
Yeah, she takes things way.
Wow.
She's like my sister. My sister reminds me of her.
She banned me from her. Banned me from her.
What did you say
chat.
to her?
I just said, hey, I said, okay, what facts do you have? I'm like, okay, well, you're saying this to mom. Where's some proof? I said, it'd be nice. It says saying it, show some proof. Oh, she got mad, banned me from it, cut me off.
Yeah.
YouTube flagged me. I'm like, okay. And YouTube said, wait a minute, why are we flagging you? I'm like, I don't know.
The sad part about it is that I don't believe that the mother had anything to do with him going missing.
No, they don't, Daisy. Let me tell you this. The parents
Or
are
the
completely
father.
clear.
I don't think the father did either.
The parents are completely clear. 100%. Cops said they are absolutely
well
clear.
be one of those damn neighbors, you know?
But the cops believe Betty when she said that the mom gave the dad drugs of having passed out and took Sebastian, hid him for ransom money. They started believing her. I'm like, wait, I was like, whoa, huh?
Now what? What'd you say?
Okay, so Bullhorn Betty, this was a couple weeks ago. She said on her channel that the mom, Sebastian's mom, drugged the dad, made him pass out, took Sebastian, hid him somewhere in some other place, and using him as ransom money or whatever down the road.
No.
I'm going, okay, that makes no sense. Okay. If it did, she's the stupidest kidnapper I've ever known. And I'm like, really? And the cops at first were starting to believe Bullhorn Betty.
They have money. They don't need money.
I know. And the cops got onto Bullhorn Betty and told her she better cut it out. She got mad at the cops and started yelling and cussing at them. They finally called her on air, called her and told her she better cut it out. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow.
Spike World thinks that he's dead. He's gone. You know, you could be right. You know, I think they need to empty all those ponds. He could very well be in a pond.
Who?
Sebastian. There were a couple
You really
ponds
think
there.
he is?
They emptied one of them. He could have very well fell in a pond. And they
you know that YouTube channel called Adventure with Purpose? You watched that?
Yeah.
They should get them involved.
Did they get involved? I think they did.
Yeah, they did. They're looking for it. They are down to like 2 more
ponds. Maybe I don't know.
I think honestly, I think he did like what you said. He might have ran off.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, like you said, somebody might have picked him up or something. I mean, that's a logical explanation, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I hope that's the case. I do.
I'm hoping that either they find him. I hope they find him alive. But if they don't, I hope they find him in one piece.
He was affecting the stepdad's case getting his daughter. They had 5 CPS. They did have that. I do believe the stepfather was stern, very stern with him. I do believe that. Now that's something I do believe, that the stepfather was overly stern with him. But I don't believe the stepfather or the mother did it. I don't believe it. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong.
But why would they do it though, Daisy?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Why would they do it?
I don't believe they did. I don't think Katie had anything to do with it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense, does it?
None of these cases make no sense. Hey, meanwhile, I think I saw Ronnie Lawson in TJ Maxx's the other day.
Who?
I'm pretty sure I saw Ronnie Lawson in TJ Maxx. He's the sheriff of Hawkins County over Summers case. He looked at me like, why is this woman staring at me? And then he walked beside of me, and then he walked away. And I just kind of looked away, but I swear it was Ronnie Lawson.
Who is Ronnie Lawson?
He's the the sheriff that used to be over Summers case. I don't know if he still is or not. But I was like, damn.
You should went up to him and say, hey, are you Ronnie Lawson?
Huh?
You should went up to him and say, hey, Are you Ronnie Lawson?
That's what Christine said, but I was afraid to because he looks.
How's Christine doing?
She's not doing good at
No.
all.
She's still fighting cancer?
No, but she's got something's going on with her nerves where she's shaking, she's getting dizzy, and she's blacking out, and they don't
Ooh.
know why. And today she was at the hospital when I called her, and she was shaking like she had Parkinson's. And I was really I'm still really worried about her.
How's her cancer doing?
So far, so good. Still in remission. I can't discuss Summer or Sebastian anymore. I hate what's been done to them and their families on YouTube. Yep.
Thanks to Bullhorn Betty.
Yeah.
I
But
don't understand why people watch her.
it's not just Bullhorn though. It's others.
Oh.
It's the same ones that run it in the ground. Bullhorn, Jayford,
Yeah.
Butthole, and everybody else. So
Butthole. Idiot. Dummy.
justice for Butthole. Anyways, they run it into the ground, and why people watch them, I have no idea. But people flock to their channels to hear their lies, and I know he lies for a fact because I've caught him in a lot of lies, in my opinion.
Do you really think that? I'll put it to you like this: do you really think, Daisy, that they would find either one alive or not? Summer or him, either one.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think they'll find Summer. I think they will find her alive.
Summer's alive.
I think so.
If Summer is not alive, they'll never find her. I don't think.
Why?
The mountain range is too. She's nothing but tiny, a tiny little. But if she still is alive, they'll find her.
Oh
But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm hoping she's still alive.
But how could somebody just take her out of the house like that?
I think she went out the back door, the back basement door.
You don't think anybody really like took her?
I do think somebody took her. I think that somebody took her, and I think
You know who I think took her? One of the neighbors or construction workers.
Or the tree trimmers.
Yeah, pick which one.
There was a lot of bad people in that area at that time. So I don't know. I honestly do not know either way.
I think it had to be one of those construction workers, tree trimmers, neighbors, somebody. It has to be someone.
It has to, but only God knows that.
I mean, it's weird that you had those guys around when she was there, right?
Yeah, the tree trimmers was there. And
well, but then when she went disappearing, they're not there. But they never went after them. They never interviewed them, did they?
I think they did. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure.
I think you told me one time they interviewed him twice.
Christine could answer that one. She does. She done the deep dive on that one.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Who does she think they did it?
She thinks the tree trimmers.
That I would think, yeah.
But there was so many people that was in that area that day. And so I don't know. I honestly cannot.
I forgot to tell you, my cousin was in a coal mining cave-in.
Oh, when was this?
Oh, God. About 4 weeks ago. He was in one in Virginia.
Did he get hurt?
No, he was fine.
Hey,
he made it out just in time. But what happened was he was working in what they call shaft 1, which is like right in the middle of the entrance and stuff. And somehow a pocket of gas got down in there, Daisy, and boom.
Is D-Boss in here? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
You're fine, Diamonds. You're fine, honey. Anybody in the military would be passionate about that. Turtle Island, LOL. What are y'all in here talking about? I ain't even reading the chat. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Is D-Boss in here? I thought I seen somebody say something. To deboss, I don't know.
So, anyways, he was in
We love you, Diamonds.
a cave in
And
because a
Mr.
pocket of gas got in there and it blew up.
Oh
Yeah,
man, is
it
he
took about.
okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Did anybody get killed?
No, but there was like 17 miners that were trapped in there for about 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Wasn't your husband in cave-ins? Hey, Daisy. Hello.
Are you here? Dustin? Hello? Am I the only one up here? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Where did Dustin go? Is Dustin gone? Hello? Hello? Hey, what's it? That ain't morbid. Quit. Uh, that's not morbid. Is that morbid, y'all? That's not morbid. What happened to Dustin? Do y'all know what happened to Dustin? He went down. My phone went dead. Hey, Pommy Mommy. Pommy Mom. My phone went dead, y'all. Or my computer went dead, not my phone. My computer went dead. Where did Dustin go, y'all? That's not. I don't think that's. That is not morbid. That's rapper. I don't think that's rapper. Love y'all. I didn't want Daisy to feel like she was up there by herself. It's okay, Diamonds. I love you too. You're very passionate. Your husband serves in the military. I don't believe that you did anything wrong. Don't you dare speak on D-Boss like that, rapper. You're trash. Exactly. Don't be talking about D-Boss, y'all. She's sick. Rapper, quit. Stop. Stop being a brat. Well, I did. I just my phone went dead for a minute, or my computer went dead. Air hugs, if it's okay for me to be here. Air hugs to you too, Vestiges. Boy, I tell you, we started off on the Delphi, and then it ended up in just woo debate tonight. Uh-oh, Diamonds is about to get rapper, y'all. Where did Jinkies come in here trolling a while ago? Then she left. But hey, it happens. And listen, I don't care if anybody's a Democrat or if they're a Republican. I really don't care. God is in control. We love our military. The world is flat. He did there for a minute, didn't he? A little bit. I think he got a little bit contrary on that, but other than that, I don't know, y'all. I wanted to kind of hang out with y'all without, fussing, but for some reason, my live streams are very controversial, even when I try not to be controversial. Aliens ain't real, demons are real. Hook's the same bird. I I understand when somebody is in the military and they're very passionate about it. You need to respect them. Like, respect our military. They fight for our lives. They fight for our freedom. You know, no matter what your political view is on anything, always respect your military people. You know, they have a right to speak up. If anybody in the United States has a right to speak up on anything, our military people has a right to speak up. No doubt. They have every right to speak up about things, you know. Miss Daisy, your lives has been awesome. I can only do them once a week. That's the thing. I wish I could do them more, but last night I was not feeling very good. I felt like I had a fever and everything. So that's why I didn't do a live. Y'all, I'm so busy anymore. It's hard for me to do a live. I don't lie any of our government. Our military are the best. They have nothing to do with our government. Exactly, Spock World. That's exactly my point I was trying to get around to Dustin. Not our military, but our our government people is the bad guys, in my opinion. If you have no respect for our active service members and our vets, then you don't deserve to be here and indulge in the rights that we were fought for. Amen, White Widow baby. Amen. If you don't know, you don't know, and I understand, but I do have reasons to lie. What? Exactly, Bird. Exactly. When you are working 40 hours a week, we understand, Daisy. Thank you, Rain Girl. But I miss you all, and I want to share more animal videos and stuff with y'all. And I'm going to try to. I saw one right after Elon lifted off on Cape Canaveral. But the thing is, I want to bring more lives. I want to cover these cases. I love talking about these true crime cases, especially Delphi. We really had a good conversation about Delphi. Delphi is the most creepiest um, case, one of the most creepiest cases out here. And I think what makes it creepy is the fact that the little girls recorded their perpetrator. We are blessed when you come live, Miss Daisy, even though you believe the earth is flat. I'm not convincing people. Listen, that's my beliefs, but I understand if people think it's round. I understand it. I live in my little flat earth world, you know, showing animals and how they are. Well, I got some duck eggs in here. Four trial will be starting in August. You know, I didn't cover the Idaho 4 because something just told me that something tells me there's more to that case, more creepy stuff to that case. And so that's kind of the reasons why I backed away from that case, is because of the case being so creepy. But a girl that I work with was telling me about it a little bit, and she kind of got me interested in it. So I may possibly, if I have time, try to cover that trial. It's creepy. You're not alone, Daisy. Good. But I'm gonna try to cover it if I can. YouTube will probably flag this. Being a true reporter, you have to keep options and feelings out of it, in my opinion. I believe it's flat under the firmament, like the Bible says. It says it has four corners. A ball don't have corners, in my opinion. Thank you, Spike World. Um, and I mean, whether you believe the Earth is flat or not, I understand, because I'm not 100% sure, but I do have my suspicions. Have you been following the Kilami League case? I have a little bit. I have a little bit. The little girl, I actually wanted to, uh, you're not going to get flagged. Why? Well, because we were talking about, like, actually the whole RAP thing that was said, and there were some things said that I probably shouldn't have said on there about the girls in Delphi. Daisy, Earth is a planet in the solar system, hon. It would look out for a place with the other planets being flat, just saying. If there's other planets, though, that's what I'm saying. What if there's not really other planets? What if there's just the sun and the moon? That's it. And all these other planets were made up. I hope I don't, but if I do, it's okay. It's okay. I probably shouldn't have talked in raw detail about the Delphi case. It was right by the beach on where Eli was launching and canceled. I heard worse on many channels. I know, poor old Brad, y'all. I don't see how Brad stays monetized, poor thing. He cusses like a sailor. I was listening to him the other day, cracking up. I can't listen, Brad. He's on a whole different level. Brad is on a whole different level. Me and Daisy holding hands on a flat earth. Daisy, many channels talk real and raw on that case, and many others don't get flagged. You're good. Thank you, White Widow Baby. That case has always just really interested me. And I really, really, really do love talking about these true crime cases. That's what I think I'm going to really start getting back into it. Especially the little girl that was unalived by her aunt's boyfriend that they were just talking about. She got off the school bus and went to see him, and that was the last time she was seen. You haven't seen the planet in the sky at night like Mars and Venus. I thought a deemed naked anorexic child was walking up to me. Oh Lord, here we go. YouTube loves the word suitability. Right, that's what I'm saying. When I say flag, that means what they do is they yellow flag it. That means you don't get all the views that they flag your views, so you don't get the full amount of view stuff that you get. I love that you are possibly getting back into true crime. I've been itching for it. I love talking about it. I love deep diving in it. But if I do it, I don't want to blame like family members unless I know for a fact that they are guilty of hurting, of the person like that guy, the Madeline Soto case. We know that guy did it. There's evidence there. The police has arrested him. He's been charged. So that I don't mind talking about. Now, my opinion of the mother, I think the mother knew damn well what was going on. I really do believe that. But do I think that she had anything to do with Madeline's death? No. But I do think she was well aware of what was going on in that house. I thought Brad was raunchy at first, but have grown to like him real. Listen, he was acting, he had some kind of mannequin the other day, and he was talking, and I was cracking up. He is vulgar as hell, and it's hard to listen to him. But I was cracking up at him. He is something else. Innocent until proven guilty by the court of law, but speaks your opinion as your opinion and make it known based on suspicion and unanswered questions. Yes, ma'am. But I don't want to beat up parents that we don't know. You know what I mean? Has done anything. Look, if it was like we were taught why any civilian's allowed to send cameras up there and see for ourselves, because it's not like we were taught. It's a lie, and they lie, and they don't lie. They don't want us to know. Exactly, Spike World. Exactly. Steven is blaming YouTubers for something I seen. Stefan Stearns. I'm hoping that Kamali Lagu trial is televised. I don't think we'll hear any more on it. She's not been found. He admitted to killing her, but she's not been found. And some are speculating that she may have actually been pregnant. Check out my video on. I shared it on my live stream. I shared it on my community post. Diamonds of that guy getting arrested. I shared it on my community post. Your video. They did find her. They found her? When did they find her, Diamonds? I thought he just confessed about it. I didn't know they found her. Hang on. Oh, shit. Brad's taking over Ernie's channel was epic YouTube moment in history. Brad and Ernie has a long history. They're both from Harlan and they're both crazy as hell. Both of them. One's just a different kind of crazy than the other. I seen Ernie took his channel down. What happened? I watched the diamonds of yours earlier. Uh-oh, what happened? Her father chopped her hands off and slit her neck. Was it her? Maybe we're talking about a different case then. It was her father that did that? Oh, I thought it was I think I'm talking about a different case. Because I thought it was her aunt's boyfriend or fiance or husband that did it. I'm going to have to go back and watch that again. Because I just watched the front part of it. Her father chopped her hands off. Oh, wow. I'll have to go watch it. I've been wondering when Dawn and Candace's older son will be 18. Maybe he will contact them. I don't know. I really don't know. They found her in bad shape, Daisy. You need to it. Is she alive or is she unalived? This must be a different case than what I thought. It must be a different case. I think it's a different case than what I thought it was. Ernie will be back. He had to do a $200 giveaway today and don't have it to give away. Give it a week and he'll be back. Ernie's going to be governor, is what he said, but he doesn't realize you have to be a lawyer to be a governor. You've got to be a lawyer. What happened to Benny Keys? Does anybody know what happened to him? Is he still on YouTube? Daisy Ellie is getting ready to do a new search on Harmony. 2 of the Frey boys went to ER for cuts on their hands the night of the... Sarah, I'm waiting for his comeback. Unalive, found in an abandoned burnt house. It must be a different case than what I thought it was. So take care of himself and maybe stay off YouTube. Exactly, he does. Gotta not have HIV and be able to live through your terms. Didn't Ernie admit to having HIV? Didn't he admit to it on Brad's channel? I think he did. I don't know. I have to hit the sheets. I love you all. Prayers for healing to all of our family and friends. Sweet dreams, Daisy and Farm Family. Bye, Diamonds. Have a good night. Hola. BK was banned from social media outlets by the courts. Oh. Ernie said last night he's not coming. Hang on. Back to YouTube. I heard he had to get off YouTube due to court and some charges and others. Ernie deleted his channel because him and said she was, well, hers too. He kept his word, and she was live today bashing a woman with a psychological issue. I don't know about these people, y'all. Good night, our diamonds, our beautiful diamonds. Guys, I guess I'm going to get off here too. Thank you all for coming out here and hanging with me, even though every time I go live, it goes a different direction than what I expect, but that's just part of going live and everything. But I think I'm going to get off here for the night too, you all. I'll be back next week. I love you all. Y'all, take care. God bless. Stay safe on these YouTube streets. They're gangster. Um, Good night and God bless. And I love you all. Stay prayed up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that like button. God bless. Bye, everybody. Bye.